Okay, we're only like 10 minutes late. That's great. So I'm going to turn things down because blimey, it's loud. There we go. Hopefully that's less loud. And we'll go big face work, big face no work. We'll go main screen. There are people. Amazing, fashionably late. Exactly, Keelan. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 Oh, blimey, everyone's really loud. This is what comes from using different things. Volumes are all off. How is everyone? Are we all ready?
I think so.
Yes.
Like we're
I'm ready.
Voice.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you guys are ready, because Christ. Oh. Right, so we need to be on the right level. There we go. And I'm going to test if I can move this over without it killing everything. I cannot. Okay, cool. So, shush, Rando, shush. That's not helpful. Okay, please bear with me while I get the stream up on my phone so I can keep track. I'm so prepared. Right. Today is a mystery of murders, and we will be investigating murder mysteries. And I hope everyone is ready. We begin with our 5 adventurers, heroes, players, standing over a balcony, watching over their charges. We have 5 people here. We have all of them are sort of sat around the table, talking amongst themselves. Great, good job, thank you. You've got on the left-hand side a dwarf, an elderly dwarf, the host of the party, Varric. He seems... Oh my god. He seems very jolly and cheerful. The music, honestly, is so loud.
He seems musical.
It seems musical, yeah. Varric, he's the host of the party. He has gathered everyone here. He's celebrating the 1-year anniversary of his... Well, no, he's not celebrating their deaths. He's celebrating their lives 1 year after their deaths. His wife and his child, his daughter. And he's gathered a few nobles for a gathering and a bit of a celebration. The tokens are wrong, which is great. That makes me look really cool. Here we have Azra Est. She is... Where have I left my notes? I'm really prepared. She's a human-looking lady, quite tall, brownish hair, and just looks very noble and is chatting away happily. She is under the charge of Rex. Rex, if you would describe yourself, please.
Yeah, Rex is a human man in his kind of middle years, kind of auburn brown hair, sort of scruffy looking hairdo, but with a long brown trench coat with many pockets and many belts that hold many things that are concealed, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Next, we have what is supposed to be a furbolg, known as Timizru. She is being escorted, accompanied, and protected by Nemo. Nemo?
Yeah, Nemo is a black tabaxi. The fur is very dark, very well kept, very reflective. They have big yellow eyes and a little bit longer ears than you would normally expect from a tabaxi. They're wearing a green, sort of muted green cloak and some really basic leather armor. And they're holding a quarterstaff that is about a foot taller than they are.
Awesome. A bit further around the table, we have a half-elven lady, very graceful looking and well-dressed, dressed to the nines, kind of chatting away, laughing at the simplest of jokes and getting laughs out of basically everybody. She is known as Genviel, and she is being protected and accompanied by Aranel.
Yes, so Arnell is an Eladrin, a spring Eladrin monk. She is an ascendant dragon monk. She's rather pale in complexion, silver toned hair, and with her being in her spring form, she currently has a bit of a plethora of green leaves covering her. She carries with her a large bow staff and is probably just sitting there having a drink, looking rather relaxed, although quite vigilant.
Sounds right. Sounds about right. Underneath and around from her, we have Pascal. Pascal is a human male, very well broad and strong looking, and never seems to take his eyes off the person he's talking to. Very intense. Pascal is being accompanied, I think, if I remember correctly, by
Yeah, I think.
you. I can't. What's your name? Ruskin.
Ruskin.
Moment of bad memory there. Ruskin.
That's all right. I forgot to for a second. Don't worry.
Good job. We're doing so well.
Yes, professionals. So what you'll see is like a human male, quite kind of like black graying hair, a little bit of white in it as well. Like quite unassuming, quite short, quite a long, baggy grey coat, leather coat of some sort, so quite baggy sleeves and stuff. It fits okay, but yeah, just so it just seems like it could be that thing. You can't even tell what it's like got in his pockets or anything. It's like it's all very baggy and a little bit misshapen. And if I turn around a little bit, you'll see like my coat open, and you'll probably see my rapier at the side. Also, I should probably mention that I'm playing a bard, in case anyone wanted to know. I don't have a thing on the screen, just in case anyone didn't know.
You don't have a thing on the screen? Oh yeah, you don't have a thing on. Yeah, sorry, didn't have enough
Because I know
space.
everyone can read that, but just in case people need to know. I think that's roughly about it for me.
Okay. Next, around along the table, we have. Oh my god, this is clunkier than I was hoping for. We have Eris Viltros, being accompanied by the lovely and wonderful Elliot.
Hello.
Hello, Elliot.
Yes, Elliot has been hired as a guard. He is tall for a scout halfling at 3'1". He's 42 of age, white brown hair, male. He's done a lot for war, so he's used to this kind of guard duty. And he has just a short sword with him.
So nondescript, he's the perfect guard.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're all watching over your wards and keeping an eye, there's a figure in the bottom corner. This is the guard of the patron, Varric even. She is known as Istrid. She hasn't moved since all of you arrived, basically. She has stayed still, watching intently. Every move anybody makes, she is there watching. But for the most part, it's been very civil so far. The drinks are flowing and chatter is happening. Food is being brought in by all sorts of servants and maids and everything, and you're all being well looked after as well. Your cups are rarely empty, and there's plenty of picking food at the back of the room for you to keep, going back to if you need to. Varric has made sure that everybody has been hospitably looked after. And with that, we will start with anything anybody wants to do while the party is still in full swing.
I'll take a drink.
We're all at work, right? So
That's okay. We can all sneak a drink in, can't we? Is there any drinks anywhere nearby, like a drink table?
There is a servant that's kind of just behind, that's basically stood at the top of the stairs that are behind you, and she is essentially in charge of always keeping the drinks trolley full. There's ale, there's spirits, there's various other types of alcohol, and she basically, whenever you guys go and get a drink and empty a cup or a glass, she is there to refill it. It's an experience. And she made sure to mention that if there was something that she didn't have on, like, to her, on her person, she could probably get it for you.
Okay. But I'd have to go over there and get it. She wouldn't just bring it to me, yeah?
Well,
Okay.
it depends on how you want to approach this.
I'll just look. I'll turn around and look at them and just kind of like put my head over towards me and then just I'll mime like drinking from a cup.
Okay, and she comes over and she brings she's got a tray and she's got a selection of beverages for you to choose from.
Okay, and without looking, I'll be looking over towards my charge and I'll just grab anything there and just start drinking.
Okay. You end up with it's a very strong but smooth whiskey with a hint of cherry. I think that's a thing. I don't do alcohol.
It's your well, mate, whatever it is, mate.
Yeah, it's a cherry whiskey, very smooth.
There's cherry in here.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, as the night continues and you're all getting a little bit buzzed on booze, you notice that a few of the conversations tend to be drawn towards Varric, and questions about an artifact that he acquired on the night that his family were taken from him. And eventually, after he's been plied with plenty of drinks, he relents, and he's just like, fine, I will send to fetch it. And he clicks and one of his servants runs off, and she goes underneath you, and you can hear the footsteps sort of underneath where you are right now, and then out into the hallway behind you. And they're gone for a few moments before she comes kind of quickly back to pitter-patter through the hallway, or entrance hall, and underneath you again, back into the main banquet room. And she hands him a box, probably a foot long, and it's quite flat, but seems very ornate. It's got markings that you can just about make out in, like, if it's a sort of deep brown wood coated in something, it's got deep red banding around the sides. Why is that so loud? Shh. And he nods to her and she retreats back away. And he opens it, and you can all see that it's a kind of very rough cut gem of some form. The same sort of red as the banding around the box. Deep crimson almost. And he looks at it with considerable reverence before he starts a speech, and he looks at everyone and says, "My friends, it seems you have all heard of my dealings. I was indeed traveling with my family, and on returning, I was attacked by goblins and much worse. They seemed to be after what I now possess and carry here, and my wife and my daughter paid the price. This is a priceless artifact that I hope will stay in my family for many generations, if indeed I do get a family back. I do not know what power it possesses, but the vendor who sold it to me was certain that it is ancient and powerful. The mages and intellectuals that I've had to investigate it since then have been able to confirm that within it is great power. And if my suspicions are true, maybe I will have a family again. Everybody... Ooh, I like doing this. Hang on. Hang on. Nope, I want everyone. Everybody make perception checks for me.
Oh, he's got another one.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Nice. Everyone but Rex. You notice as you're looking around, your eyes are drawn away from your charges for a moment. Rex, you are pinpoint. They all seem awestruck by what they're looking at. Almost like they know or have heard of what power this item possesses, and there's a look of, I want this, or this is dangerous, in everybody's eyes. And it seems that Varric has noticed this too, as he kind of nods with a and closes the box, passing it back to the same servant, who then very briskly runs off back the way she came previously to return it from where she got it from. She's gone for much longer this time, though.
Do we know what this item is? Have we seen it before?
You haven't seen it before? You, Nemo, would have had the most interaction with your charge since on your travels. Timisra would have told you that she was concerned about the artifact that Varric possesses, that the power it possesses is capable of changing the natural order, and she can't have that. The rest of you would have maybe heard snippets of a conversation, or maybe would have perhaps caught wind of there being something here that they're looking into, but generally it's been kept hush-hush.
Having heard a little bit about it from Timisra, and now having seen the artifact and having heard Barrick talk about it, what is her reaction specifically?
Whose reaction? Timisra?
Yeah, Timisra. I'm watching her intently after having known just vaguely about it.
Fear, honestly. She looks... There's no look of sort of desire in her like there would be in everybody else. She looks more concerned, but also slightly panicked. But she, as the speaker of nature, she is all about keeping the natural order. And the only time you've ever seen her get like this before is when there are nature altering events or items in play.
Okay.
Speaking of Timisra, she looks over at Varric. You cannot let this item get released. It is not natural. Varric looks over and says, "My friend, This is naught but an heirloom I wish to hold on to and make into a family heirloom of mine. There is no harm in this. Pascal, ever straight to the point. Just the look on his face is one of desire, but also hesitation, perhaps. And he just looks and says, "No, this. If the rumors are true, then this cannot be left. You must hand it over to the authorities, or if necessary, I will take it and I will do that for you if you don't wish to do it. You will be greatly compensated, but no, Varric, you can't. You mustn't." Generally, everybody but Temizra sort of nods along, but you can kind of tell that there's greed in the air. Varric laughs. Do not worry, friend. I will be responsible, and if it doesn't work, then either I look foolish or I will be dead. I have lived long enough already. Anyway, that is enough for today. I think it is time we all call it a night. I am certainly not the young dwarf I used to be. I cannot hold my drink much more. I think it is time we called it a night, yes? Everybody kind of nods in agreement, and everybody stands, and Varric stands. And it has been a pleasure having guests again and celebrating my family. Hopefully it will come to something. And he smiles and he bids everybody leave, and he wanders off to the left behind him into a room that you can't really see, and Istrid follows, almost like lockstep with him, and the door closes behind them. Whoops. There we are. All of your patrons look up at you individually, and they kind of indicate with their heads to follow, and they all individually walk off to their rooms. I didn't think this through. We'll go boop 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 boop. Which one are you in? You're in down here. So, who is with Gemviel? Aranal, if you follow into the main hall. So you can down here. You can mount arrow key,
Oh, okay.
and you should be able to just move individually. There we go. And then if you come down the stairs, it'll bring you down. It's a bit of lag.
Yeah, I think my one seems to be struggling a little bit to let me move or anywhere.
It's okay. No. Don't worry, you'll catch up.
Walk through a wall.
that doesn't help either generally.
Oh, I'm still walking through a wall.
It's okay.
I can't go down the stairs.
There you go. You made it.
Yay!
Teething problems. So then if you just follow the corridor, your room is here. So you should be able to just open the door and go through. I'm not sure how the levels work with this. You should be able to just kind of float in there. There we go. Ooh. There you go. So now you're in your room. You don't get the best of rooms. The house
plants is nice.
Yeah, it's quaint. We'll call it that. So who are we? Ruskin. You get Pedro. Pedro gets a downstairs. No, Pedro gets an upstairs room. Yes. Sorry, I'm so organised. So Pedro comes up to you, and it starts walking off this way, and goes in there. There we are. so I'll just drag you across. It's easier. I realise this is probably not the most. Okay, and then oh damn it, the levels are great until they don't work out quite correctly. But I've not used them properly before. So then you go in there. So that's your room, and then you go. Right. Okay. Just pretend you're in your rooms. It's too difficult for my
Pretend.
Pretend what in
How
a
do we do
role playing
that?
game?
D&D? What?
You actually are there, and then
I actually want to do something very quickly before we
go
head
for
off.
it.
As Timidra comes up to me and I just nod to her understandingly, I just want to take her hand in a sort of soothing manner, having seen that she's quite frightened and worried about the situation, about this artifact. And I just want to assure her that I'm here to make sure everything is okay, and then we can head off to our books.
Okay. Cool. So you get to. Oh, blimey. There we go. Okay, so yeah, and she'll sit and talk with you for a while. You can see that she is quite shaken up. She doesn't confide, which stings a little bit, I guess. But you can see that whatever this is has affected her quite greatly. There's definitely something unnatural about this artifact that Varric is keeping. As the night progresses, is there anything anybody else wants to do? You're not sort of confined to your room if you wish to wander around or do anything particular.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm probably just gonna hang outside Astra's room.
Okay.
I think. Yeah,
that makes sense. It's a good guard. I approve.
I think I'm going to do the same with this stool outside. I'm going to sit on here.
Okay. Sounds good. That is very loud. Stop being loud.
Wander out the room and just. I'll probably see. Would we have introduced ourselves to each other by now?
You've been sat with each other for a number of hours this evening, so you're probably not strangers to each other. Whether
I'll
you've
look over and nod.
Yeah, I'll nod as I wander by.
Yeah,
and
mate.
just have a peek around. Which
Okay.
door did they go through? The servant go through with the gem?
They went. So as you were looking down on your left, they went underneath to your left.
Okay. I just even though I know they've gone for ages and it was really far away, I'll just pick my head over the balcony and be like, okay, and then just wander back.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think Arnell will start probably like hover about the place just kind of until people have gone to bed, and then she'll go and she'll sort of take her 4 hours, and then after that she'll probably get up and just wander about for a little bit, just double checking, especially outside Bill's door and things like that.
Okay, that makes sense. I worked out why the music was so loud for me, and I feel a bit stupid because I didn't realise it sooner, but I'm fine now. That's fine. So you're just kind of wandering around and being good guards. I approve. Good guarding. It's probably about 2 or 3 hours after your patrons have settled down. Are you all staying outside of their rooms, like staying outside their doors, making sure no one can get in?
Yeah,
Nemo isn't. Nemo
isn't.
Because I imagined them having more of a sort of friendship. Yes, Nemo is her guard, but
Okay.
they have talked, and she doesn't seem to be worried about her own well-being, so she's not.
Okay.
Just staying at the door.
I'll periodically kind of peer, like open the door and check everything's okay until she's completely asleep, and then I'll just keep my senses open outside
Okay.
the door.
Yeah, Arnell, stay outside.
Okay,
Be inside, I think.
everybody staying outside, make perception checks for me. And we'll see how good guards you are. How good at guarding you are.
Would it count if I was popping out maybe a couple of times to fill up my drink at the trolley?
I mean, no, that's fine. You can certainly be out there doing that. That's fine. Okay. How much drinking have you been doing though?
How much am I doing, or how much am I making people think I'm doing?
Well, how okay.
Definitely filled up for about 3 or 4 glasses.
Oh, so you're not that drunk. You've been worse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those of you that are keeping guard, you notice that the manor is particularly quiet. You hear the occasional servant scurry through, but nothing else particularly. You see your fellow guards and whatnot sort of trundling through. You see Ruskin just constantly going back to drinking. Like, this guy must be absolutely smashed by now. How is he he can't keep keeping this down, surely. And if he is, what's his trick? Like, really. But other than that, it's all quiet until very early morning, like barely past midnight, and you hear a smash come from downstairs. Everybody hears this. It's loud. It echoes through the house. And you hear it from somewhere in maybe the main banquet hall, or perhaps near enough to make no difference. And as the echo runs through the house, all of your patrons suddenly jump up. Well, some slightly more groggily than others, depending on drink intake, but all of them become aware of the noise. What was that? Everyone's on edge.
Arnell will kind of look over to her patron as she comes out of the room and just be like, how about I head over and check it out? Perhaps there's some other people there. You should stay here, be safe.
I agree. Please do.
They're both staff.
I'm going to have exactly the same conversation with, with my patron. I feel like we're going to have split screens of all of us saying.
It's literally just like it's just sort of like
Stay here.
It's like an anime board of, what was that? Stay here. Okay.
We all
just converge immediately. Okay, so you can you make it through to about here. Ruskin, you're above. You can hear Arano. You hear Ruskin, or you hear someone above you on the balcony, and you can hear footsteps running towards you. The door to the side room that Varric went through previously is open, and you can see Istrid's body, a leg just hanging through the door, kind of twitching slightly. Ruskin, anybody else on the balcony, Jesus, that's loud. You can see much the same. But you can see more of her body. She's kind of twitching in the door. Potentially unconscious, but not in a good way.
Whereabouts is her body again? Sorry, can you?
Over here. So
Okay.
the left-hand side of the room. So, like, basically where you were stood, the door that they went through is now open. She's on the floor, unconscious looking, and he's somewhere in the room, potentially.
What's going on?
Not sure. Heard noise.
seems legit.
And I'm gonna look
I'm gonna
quite
stand
groggy.
on one of these chairs to look over,
Okay.
see if I see anything else.
What was that, Oliver? Did you say something? Was it Beerus?
Oh, I said
Sorry.
I'm gonna look a bit groggy.
Okay.
Obviously, it's quite early, and I've been drinking a little bit, so.
True. Okay. No worries. So, um, Elliot, as you stand up on your chair, you can see in, and you kind of lean over the balcony. You can see Aranel kind of doing the same sort of thing, and again, you can see further into the room, and you can see what looks like another body on the floor, splayed out, not moving. Blood pooling on the floor.
It's a double murder.
There's been a murder.
Are we like on different levels right now?
Yeah, you're
So I'm on the bottom and they're like.
Yeah, they're above you.
Okay, I gotta look up to
Get
see.
down.
Oh crap! So we
This
can
way?
see.
So currently, you guys can see Aranel on the ground floor,
That's the
and
end
she can look up at you. She's
Okay,
literally
well.
underneath Ruskin right now, and yeah, it potentially doesn't look the best.
What's the way down?
What's the way down? There are stairs behind you.
Down this way here.
Yeah, those are the stairs you've seen so far.
Okay.
Yes, perhaps if you want to, come down the stairs and
Yes.
join me
Oh,
How do I get down the stairs?
before someone thinks I did this.
Well, that's what I was just about to say.
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
It
What
wasn't
happened,
me.
Aranel?
Was it you, Rex?
What do you mean, me? I've just come down the stairs.
Yeah, who was the first one here?
What even happened?
well, I was second, so I know who the first one was. So.
Right, I'll
So
I'll draw my my hand crossbow because I'm suspicious,
okay,
and I guess I'll run over to. Wait, so who do we recognize the other body?
on the floor currently, inside the door that now you're all down there. You can see Istrid is on the floor, still kind of like twitching. It seems as you get closer that she's taken a blow to the back of her head and has varying wounds all across her body. She was wearing fairly hefty armor, and it doesn't seem to have helped. Inside the door and further into the room, you can see the body of Varric strewn out. Seems to have taken a stab to the gut and a few slashes across the face. And he's unmoving, and there's a pool of blood just expanding.
So is Istra alive? Can I do some sort of resuscitation? See if she's worth.
You can make a medicine check.
If she's still hanging on.
I would like to help with that.
You can make a medicine check with advantage.
Awesome.
Can I get in the room without disturbing the body? Or
You can climb over her. She's in the doorway, but you're able to get over her if you want to. With a 10, you can't seem to find a way of stopping the bleeding and whatever seizure she may be having. She's just continuing to shake, and there doesn't seem to be anything you can do. You're a bit taken aback by the whole situation, I guess.
Poor girl. We should put her out of her misery.
Well, not so fast, but I mean, we can't help her, but perhaps someone else can.
Yeah, I'm not exactly a healer of any kind.
okay,
Nor am I.
So she's dying but not dead, yeah?
She seems to still be breathing. You can hear gasps as she's twitching, and you can kind of see her eyes are rolling backwards occasionally and forwards, and there's like movement in the eyelid area, also known as the eyelids.
Can I cast a spell?
If you wish. Okay. Roll for your healings. Okay. Ooh.
So I'm just
Nice.
lean down and like after they've checked the medicine, Did medicine check. Minus 120.
Yeah, she was still on like full health because I'm clever, and so now she's on 5.
Okay.
8, sorry.
So I'll just like, put my rest of my hand on the shoulder, and
Okay.
then just pretty much breathe life into.
As you bend down and rest your hand on her, and you release your healing energy into her body, you can kind of see immediately the twitching and shaking stops, and she starts breathing more regularly. It takes a moment for her to catch her breath and come back to full consciousness, but eventually. What happened?
We were going to ask you the same thing. It's okay, don't get up. I'll make sure she stays like led down.
Okay.
I'll put something under her head and.
She goes to stand up, and you kind of put pressure, and she barely has any fight in her, like any strength left, and she just sort of collapses back with a, I don't know, we were just having a drink before we were going to call it a night, and then I got hit, and I heard Varric, he got attacked, and oh god, and then I started fitting, and it's never happened to me before. I don't know.
By who?
I didn't see. There was no sound until a deep breath and a grunt, and then I was out like a light, and that's the last I remember.
But you saw Varric get attacked.
I heard it. I heard the stab and the scratches. I don't know. I failed.
And you said this fit that you had, it has never happened to you before?
No, I am usually strong.
Have you heard anyone say anything?
I just heard a grunt before I was hit. It sounded feminine.
Where's the food and drink that you were indulging on?
Over on the table. And she points over to this corner where there's a sort of small spread of like very very fancy looking entrees and a vast amount of ales and meads.
Can I like investigate it? By being an investigator, I probably would have like dealt with some poisons potentially and stuff in the past. Could
Okay.
I investigate the meal?
Sure.
See if...
Make an investigation check, please. How are you with what proficiencies do you have?
Quite a few. I've got jack of all trades as well.
That's true. Okay.
Double proficiency, I think, on investigation and something.
You do. You've got expertise investigation. So make an investigation check with advantage.
Advantage.
Indeed. It seems just like food. You don't pick up any traces of poison or sedative or anything that would usually be found in an attack like this, perhaps that you've ever seen before. So there's no trace of any foreign substances in the food or beverages.
Yeah. I'll just let the other guys know. I'll just like the food and drink seem clear, not poisoned or anything, up to my knowledge.
I'm going to point out that the guy was clearly stabbed, not poisoned.
She was frothing, wasn't she?
Well, who is anybody proficient, like fully proficient in medicine?
No.
Okay.
I got a proficiency in it, but not fully.
Oh, I'm proficient.
As in you've got a tick, so you're proficient. Not expertise.
Yeah.
So make a medicine check, Elliot. And yes, also Ruskin. Sorry. You would know that sometimes blows to the head can induce fits and seizures like that. It would have to be a fairly hefty blow, but it can happen. It doesn't seem to be like after a quick sort of check of her body. Now that she's settled and breathing again, you don't smell any poison or anything that would induce it with chemicals, let's say.
Okay.
And she sort of takes a few deep breaths and says, "I think I'm okay." And she sits up, and she gets a proper good look at his body lying on the floor, and she just starts like rubbing her eyes and having another look and rubbing again. Just starts shaking her head. Just, I failed. I failed. I failed. Who could do this?
While everyone is sort of crowding around Idris, I want to examine the body of Varric. I am not proficient in medicine, though.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I'm guiding myself.
Okay. Good job for remembering you can do that.
I know, right? Yeah, I need it as well.
Okay. 11. There just seems to be the stab through the body, through the middle of the chest, and then just like scratches, almost like almost looks like claws. It's different. You can't tell the size or anything specific about the wound. You can't tell like what blade would have stabbed him or anything. It just looks like he's been stabbed once through the chest and then scratched with claw-like entities across his face. He's mostly bleeding through his chest wound, but there is a small pool of blood around his face. It's fairly mangled.
What is he wearing? Is he already wearing like night attire, or is he wearing what he was wearing at the dinner?
When he was hosting, he had this very ornate red and blue, like robe gown type thing, lined with gold and looked very expensive. But now he seems to have gone to a more, what's the word? Reasonable and perhaps a bit more cheap, casual, sort of silk robe, like a nightgown. He's like wearing underclothes as well. That's not all he's wearing.
Okay.
Does the room look tossed?
It does look like there was a bit of a search. You don't even need to make a check. Like it looks a bit half-hearted though. With your investigative nous and skill, you know when a room has been searched. This just looks like things have been moved a bit chaotically.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm going to stay near. Is it Istra, right?
Istrid.
Yeah, Istrid. Yeah, Istrid. I'm going to stay near Istrid, but I am going to kind of just have a look through the door, see if, well, also on her person as well, see if I can see any kind of maybe box-shaped objects on her person or a red box laying around somewhere in that room.
Make either investigation or perception, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, let's go perception.
Okay.
Come on, Rex. Rex.
From where you are, just outside the room, you can't see much, and you're unable to see enough of the room to notice like the box that you saw, the kind of mahogany. That's the word I was looking for. Mahogany wooden box with the red lining.
Is it open?
You can't see it.
Can't see it.
No, there isn't. It doesn't look like it's in here. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. It doesn't look like it's in here.
No, sorry.
Okay.
And you also don't notice it on her person either.
Okay.
Arnell's gonna lean over towards Istrad and just be like, can you think of any reason why someone would want to harm him like this? Does he have anyone that, well, you're here guarding him, you must know what you're guarding him from.
Yes. I was told to guard him from you and your patrons. You saw what he's holding. What he has. I told him not to show it off, the foolish man. But he's just so proud. He's so desperate for his family back. He just can't help it.
Where does he keep it? And chances are, if someone has attacked him to get it, then that's probably where they've gone next. Perhaps they've been careless enough and left something behind.
You make a valid point. He doesn't tell me where he kept it, but the servant that he sends to fetch it should know. She did, after all, return it to its spot.
She did. Where are her chambers?
The servants don't get chambers, don't be silly. They
Where is she?
will be milling around. I can call for her. And she just calls out, like, at the top of her lungs, which in her state isn't very good, but she just calls out, Agnes! And, like, her voice goes all hoarse. And almost immediately from the door opposite side of the room, a very scrawny looking girl, brown hair, cut short, like, rough spun sort of clothing, comes scurrying across. She looks like she's supposed to have finished her shift, but is also vigilantly here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you? And Istrid just looks at her and says, "Where did you put the gem?" "Oh, I returned it to the, and she kind of tries to hint, and Istrid's just like, "No, girl, tell me, where did you put it?" "I took it downstairs, into the downstairs room." She looks very reluctant, but
Maybe you shouldn't say out loud. You know, as we know you know where it is, and we know you're safe. I'm gonna like obviously suspiciously side eye all my companions with me.
seems legit.
I give him a side-eyed back.
I agree with him. He has a point. As long as you don't tell anyone, you will probably stay alive.
She looks taken aback, and then she looks into the room, and she sees everything, and she just breaks down. She's like, oh my god, what happened?" And just, like, her eyes start streaming, and she just starts blubbering. And now you have got a sort of mid-teen, just sort of on the floor, collapsed in tears.
Arnell will try and comfort her. Just kind of lean down to her and just, I know this must be very scary for you, but we are trying to find out what's happened. Perhaps you should stay close. Just in case.
Make a charisma check for me.
What sort of charisma check?
A straight charisma check.
Damn it. You saw my advantage on those. Where's my thing? Here it is. Oh. Is it? Oh, there we go. Got it.
Yeah, you just have to click it and it should work. Cool. She takes a few deep breaths as you're talking to her, and she, like, wipes her nose really messily. And she starts nodding, and she says, yes, my lady. Yes, I should return. need some sleep and rest, and we can sort it in the morning. Yes, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And she kind of slumps off back the way she came. You can still hear her sobbing, and she looks back at you as she walks away in a very half-hearted grin and nods. Yes. Istrid looks up and says, "Yes, you make a good point. Any one of you, anybody, could have done this. We can't reveal."
I would like to cast locate object on the box.
Okay.
But I would like to keep the location, if I find out the location, secret from my current companions, because I don't trust them to have not done this.
Okay.
What?
That sort of makes sense. What languages do you speak?
What languages do I speak? I Druidic, Thieves Can't, and some other stuff. But
Okay.
right now, I can only select common though.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll message you. We'll do it that way. It's easier. Just in case.
Well, I
So
was with
you
my
cast-
oh, sorry.
You cast your spell. And you feel the energy radiate out from you, and you can just about sense it.
Okay.
Sorry, Beerus.
That's all right. So I was trying to fill her.
Oh.
Fill her while you were typing it.
There you go. I've typed. You're okay.
Okay. I was going to say, like, that, because if there's any accusations around here, I mean, I know I'd obviously say that anyway, but I mean, I was with my charge all night in the room, aside from a few visits, and I saw Elliot outside his room.
I will confirm this, but you did disappear quite a few times.
I did, just to the drinks trolley, but I'm sure, like, we all did. Everyone always have eyes on their own charge?
No, and we certainly don't have eyes on them now, do we, if we're all here?
No.
That's a fact. I'm being paid to look after mine.
Yes, and I need to go and let him know what's happening.
Well,
We'll
is there a
walk
way
off
we
and
can
go back to the room?
I mean, wait, hang on. Is it not better if we all stay here and try? Maybe we can get our servant girl back and tell her to inform our patrons to all meet in the same place.
I feel a bit worried about that. I mean, at the dinner, if somebody is actually after this gem, everyone saw that she was the only one who knew where it was. Surely she's got the biggest target on her back already. Do we want to send this young girl around the
Got
place?
stuck.
How did you get there?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But why would they kill everyone? They tried to kill these two, or kill and try to kill, when they could have just gone straight for her. Surely she's less guarded and less secure anyway.
Well, that's a good point. And
Yes.
now, however, the people right here now know that she is aware of the gem's location. So I'd prefer it if we didn't all go running off in different directions.
Okay, I have an idea. Why don't we go off in pairs or groups? That way no one person is on their own at any point. And then we cannot go accusing one another.
I'm sorry, this is out of character. This is just such a horror movie.
Well.
It's okay, let's split up.
We should find the fuse box.
I could
For
send
a
messages.
matter of transparency, I would like to inform everyone that it looks like Varric has some scratches on his body that may or may not have been made by some claws. Listen, I have been in my room all night. It was not me.
murderer would say.
No,
Does anyone
she's
else
right.
have claws?
It seems too obvious. It seems set up.
It's not too obvious that it was a clawed person or a thing.
Well, that it was her.
Them.
The room's also like not properly searched, it seems. So I don't know if there was the attempted toss of the room is a distraction and
Well, or it might have been a distraction. All our presence interrupted what was happening.
potentially there is another way out of this room, is there not?
There is, yes. There's a side door, to like over here this way, that leads somewhere. You're not quite sure where.
Istrid, I know you said that you didn't quite see what it was, but when you came out to your room to get your last drinks, could you tell if whatever it was in this room or in the room you came out of?
How do you mean, like the person that the thing or person that attacked her?
Yes,
yeah.
trying to determine if the thing was like literally sitting waiting in the room for her to leave, or if it was waiting for her to open the door so it could get into the room.
I was leaving to get drinks, and then I was hit. I haven't moved since. I managed to open the door and then whack. And then it happened. I don't know what to tell you. I was just leaving the room. But shouldn't... I don't know, I think it would have been in here. Or maybe it came through another door and I just didn't notice because I'm a bad guard.
No, you're not a bad guy.
And everyone's like, yeah, no, you.
No, you're a really good guard.
I mean,
Now
I'm not
I'm
going to
silently
employ
harming
you, but
You may never get work again, but
well, we should think about this logically then. I mean, I don't know who else was here before we got here, but there's obviously us and our companions that are with us.
indeed.
Is there anyone else here?
The
No.
servants.
Yes, servants.
Why don't we all go in a group and go check up on all our employers,
Yes.
inform them of what's happened, and maybe try to convince them to congregate.
I could send
like
everyone a
that
message.
Dear, we find a place that we could all safely congregate together and.
Oh, like a magical message?
Yeah,
That would be more handy because
I know everyone now. I've seen everyone's face. I know them. Like they were within range. I could just one by one quickly send the same message.
Okay.
Everyone down to the where do we want everyone to meet? Down here by the table.
That
Seems
is
like a good
probably the
place.
most central place.
Somewhere to sit as well.
Yes, they'll come to the dining room.
yeah, how comfortable with a dead body right there.
We can close the door. It's fine.
It's fine. It doesn't have to interfere with the food at all. It's fine.
Yeah, so I'll just send a brief message, same message to everyone, just saying that situation downstairs. And for the other three, I'll be like 3 or 4. Wait,
That'd
for
be
the other 4,
There we go. Simple
Yeah.
maths.
for the other 4, I'll be like, I'll just explain who I am briefly at the start.
Okay. As you send off your message, you hear a from just down the corridor, and then footsteps immediately. It seems like everyone had congregated in the entrance hall anyway, and basically came charging through immediately and just started around the table. What's going on? Yes, I would like to know what's going on. You said there was.
Seems
Take a
like
look.
it seems like poor Varric has been has met a fateful demise. He is dead in whatever that room is, working room or something. Office, I don't know.
Looks of shock from everybody. They all just look around and say, "Don't be stupid. Like, why would anybody murder him? It's outrageous." And where is your proof? You can't just say things like that.
Go and check it out for yourself.
Pedro kind of stands up and says, "Okay, I will," and walks up to the door. Looks, that's the wrong person. Looks in and is just like, "Oh my god, they're right. There's been a murder." There we go. And then comes back and just looks and goes very pale. Like he's got very dark skin, but you can just see like all the blood leave him. And he just stares down at the table. That's, why would anybody do that? Just like, ugh. Who was it? Was it one of you?
One of us.
We were guarding your rooms all night.
So you say.
We all seem to have alibis for ourselves and the person we're guarding, but not really a full alibi for each other.
It's very convenient.
Well, I mean, now we're all in one place. I think there's an obvious reason why someone might want to murder him. I think we all know what I'm talking about.
Everyone, like all of your patrons, just look around at each other, like suspiciously. And Timizru just kind of like takes a deep breath and rubs her eyes. I knew this would happen. I just knew it would happen. You cannot have such power without people desiring it. I knew it would happen. That poor man. There we go. We'll just use that picture.
I mean, it's possible it wasn't one of the people stood here, but now everyone's here and not in their rooms. I guess we can search everyone's person now, and then as a group, search everyone's rooms individually.
That seems like the most logical way to go about this. We find the artifact, it at least points us into the direction of whomever is responsible.
Or anything suspicious. And that, at least then, that rules out anybody here, because I'm aware there are other people in the house.
Yes, we clear our names and we keep one another safe. After all, there's still a killer loose in the house.
Are all of the guest rooms on an upper level or on the same level, sort of, that we're on right now?
So the guest rooms, there's one guest room down on this ground floor, which was Genvielle's and Aranel's. And then the rest of you were upstairs.
To be fair, I mean, even if we search everyone and no one's got the stone, it doesn't mean someone hasn't stashed it somewhere.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We search each room.
Search the people, then we search the rooms, and perhaps we'll find something.
Maybe.
Eris stands up at the end of the table, slams his hands on the table and just says, "It was obviously one of the servants. They just needed money or wanted money and revenge. They always want revenge. It must have been one of them."
Do any of the servants have claws?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to them. They're servants.
Why would a servant kill their master on a day like this when there's so many people who are potential witnesses?
Why does any murderer commit murder? Desire for things and wealth. Clearly, this is what's happened.
Would it be a good time for someone to actually maybe do it because there's so many more potential suspects?
Exactly, it was clearly one of the servants.
Is Istrid still with us?
She's still sat on the floor. She's kind of like propped herself up against the wall, in the sort of little corridor adjoining the two rooms, and she's like watching, but she doesn't seem to be wanting to get involved. She seems more of a watcher than an involver.
I go back to her and I kneel down next to her. Istrid, what other rooms are in this house?
What do you mean?
Oh, there's the guest rooms. There's obviously your master's quarters. But is there anything even further above or below?
There is this floor, the floor above, and the basement. I don't think I understand the question.
Are there any other entrances into the house except for the main entrance?
No, there is just the front door.
Okay.
Azra stands up, regal looking as ever, and she's kind of composing herself very well, taking deep breaths, and she stands. Clearly, this is a terrible thing to have happened, but to go blindly accusing is not the way forwards. We must do what we can to pinpoint who did this and bring them to justice. Are we all agreed?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Agreed.
Excellent. I would like you all to band together and do what you can. And hopefully you can avenge poor Varric. And she looks at all of you, all five of you, and her eyes linger on you for a second longer than is comfortable. And it's kind of really disconcerting. It's like she looks at you and then she looks away. Counts to 5 and then adds 2 and then looks away. And she especially looks at Istrid. It's like, you too must get involved and help solve this, Istrid. He was your master after all. It's the least you can do.
Well, no one should leave this house until we have solved this.
Agreed. We will stay centrally here. We will see to Varric and make sure that he is respectfully looked after. As our esteemed friend Eris has suggested, maybe talking to the servants isn't a bad idea, but to go blindly assuming isn't the best course at all. Never is.
Yeah, I still think we should start by just quickly checking the rooms. I think Ruskin said if someone had stashed it well enough, we might not find it, but I think it would be daft not to do a quick search as a group through all the sleeping quarters.
Yes.
I can tell you now, you will not find the jewel in any of the people's rooms.
That is possible, but it would be very foolish of us not to check.
I agree. We should search the rooms, but the jewel is not there.
Yeah, we should be thorough. Let's check off all the rooms.
Yeah,
Then we better just
rule out our hosts.
If no one has anything to hide, then there shouldn't be any issue with checking thoroughly.
Doubtly. Whose room's first? And I'll shiftily look at everyone.
Well, I guess, and I'll look over at Genville and just be like, I guess our room is closest.
Very
Start
well.
there.
I
Go
agree.
then.
And yep. So their room is this bottom one down here. Who is going to investigate?
I will.
Okay.
Can I, for flavor, just open the door and be like, "Ha And I want to do that with every room we go to.
You get more and more extravagant as you do it.
Yeah.
Like the first time you do it, you open the door quietly and then you just go, woof, ha! Ah, okay. But the second time you do it, you go into Gemviel's room first, and it is just like a stone flag floor with like a simple wooden bed and a sort of small fireplace in the corner. It's nothing more than a lantern, really. And you can see that she's obviously been dragged out of bed quicker than expected because the sheets are all a mess and her sort of party clothes are still strewn on the floor. And as you go around to Aranel's room again, get the door. And this room is much the same, simple wooden bed. This time there is at least a simple carpet strewn on the floor, a lantern sort of fireplace in the corner. If there was any personal effects of yours, Aranel, then they're there too. But other than that, it's
Probably
just...
a lot of leaves that have just fallen off her at some point.
Yeah, seems legit. You shed your leaves when you sleep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gross, Arno.
Whose room's this one?
This one was an empty room, not claimed by anybody. But as you come in, again... Again. And again, this room doesn't have the lantern fire on. It's just fairly pitch black, but another simple room. This has a small rug kind of placed along the floor. Next would be everything upstairs. Holy crap, I just made myself blind. There we go. So next would be all the rooms upstairs. The room at the end of the corridor is the kitchen and cooking room. So
I would like to have a quick look in the kitchen and see if I can find a utensil that could have been potentially the murder weapon. So a long, I mean, something long, sharp.
Pair of bear claws. just laying there in the drawer. Bear claws.
Okay, as you pop your head in, are you going like actually into the room?
Yes, I'm going into the room.
Separating yourself from the group?
For a few moments, yes.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I'm guiding myself.
Okay.
We lost one.
21.
21. With it being a kitchen, there are many implements that could be used to maim or seriously injure. And also kill. None that match the wound size that you saw. And nothing that matches the very specific scratches across his face.
Okay. Is there anyone in the kitchen?
There is one servant that's kind of just like keeping the fire going and pottering around. He's just a normal human and quite tall but thin. His hair's unkept. He's got like 5 o'clock shadow. Very tired, and he seems to be preparing simple foods and a few light beverages for the attended guests. But other than that, no.
I watch him for a few moments, give him a nod, and then I leave the room.
Okay. The rest of you notice Nemo step away from the group and check into the kitchen. She doesn't jump in and aha, which very sus. But she looks around and then nods to someone that you can't quite see and comes back.
hungry, were you?
Just having a look.
That was a toilet.
It was very small. Right, to the rest of our room. We can go to our room. Is this stairs not work this side?
They should do.
Okay. We're over this way.
Okay. Right. This door, unfortunately, is still open. But you can still jump in and aha. There's.
I'll look round the corner. I'll jump round the corner and be like, ah! I'll lift up the bed sheets. Ah!
I won't go in actually.
It's our room. Make a performance check for your aha.
Guidance.
You just feel a touch on your shoulder as you like build up to jumping in. 13 plus your d4.
Oh no! How do I roll the d4? I'm rolling 3 apparently.
There's a bar on the bottom with your dice that you can just click.
Oh, wow. Okay. No. Okay, please put numbers on it. How do I actually roll it?
Click press
I'll
enter.
click the word roll. I see.
Well done there, buddy.
I don't know why there was a -1 on it, but it should be a 2. You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2. So 15. This like you've warmed your vocal cords up enough. You've got just the right kind of you've got the muscle memory. You jump in and around the door and point. Aha! And there's you think that one came off very well. There's a nice little ring through the room. There's nothing there. Dust, but nothing else.
Curious, I get out a pipe from nowhere and just start.
Did you have that the entire time? How was it lit?
Ah, this, I found it. Bubbles come out.
That's literally what I was thinking. I was going to say, and you take you blow into it and bubbles.
Start appearing.
The room, Ruskin, looks much like you left it. Nothing seems to be different. This is a far more elaborate room. The bed looks sturdier and thicker, and there's more mattress for your buck. There's a writing table and a proper grand fireplace with a small sculpture of what looks like a dragon skull, maybe. Aranel, you recognize it as what would be a black dragon skull. The horns specifically that curl inwards. No more than a few hundred years old. It's nothing.
You got a sculpture? I got half a rug.
I didn't choose the rooms.
I have a look under the bed. See if I
Okay.
can find anything.
Make an investigation check. Yeah, it seems pretty clear. It's very unkept, but there's nothing. No one hiding under there. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And then we'll go for the sake of brevity, just for everyone's sanity. Make of like a joint investigation check for the rest of the rooms.
Yeah.
I'm guiding myself.
Okay. Rex out here with the best of the rolls. Okay.
I'm waiting for my sheet.
I got all excited because I thought Nemo's role was mine. I was like, yay!
Oh.
I thought that was my dice.
Okay. As you go through the rooms on this side of the building that you're on now, it's much the same, like very simple rooms. Ruskin got the best end of the deal, honestly. Like, you guys have been cheated. The other rooms are very simple. Probably the rooms that the servants would be in if you weren't here. But there doesn't seem to be anything hidden in any nook and cranny. There's no hidden compartments that they could be hiding away in. It all seems clear. One difference that you noticed was that Azra was on the other side of the building, in a different room. So, on this side of the building is where she was. He was. She, sorry.
That's
So,
right here.
yep, this door. No, sorry.
A
So,
balcony?
so in this room here, with the balcony, and its own ensuite. This room is much more comfortable. And upon first inspection, you can see that it stands out from the rest of them in that there is a balcony, there is a like ensuite bathroom with cleaning facilities, and there's also another door that, when opened, reveals a set of stairs.
This one.
I follow down the stairs.
Okay.
See what they need.
I'm not sure why the I don't know.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, I think the walls are messed up on that. It's supposed to.
Down to this room.
Yes. So it takes you.
Interesting.
Host.
Into the room with poor old Varric. And Istrid is still kind of gathering herself. As you all come down, she seems surprised, but also like almost like wiping her eyes, trying to sort of get rid of a tear. Where did you come from? I thought you were upstairs.
We were in Astra's room, and there's a set of stairs leading down here.
But okay, I didn't. Those stairs should have been blocked off. No one should have had access to them. Interesting.
I want to have a closer look at the door that leads back upstairs to the stairs.
Okay.
And whether I see any markings on it of it being lockpicked or forcefully opened, or whether I even see any blood on it or literally fingerprints or something like that.
Okay, make an investigation check, please.
Guidance.
With your D4.
With my
Okay, 18. You can see that this door was locked and looks like it was forcefully opened. Through picking, sorry. Not like battered down, but... Are you upstairs?
Me?
No, Aranel, sorry.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm trying to get. I've been trying to find these stairs.
There you are.
Thank you.
It's okay. I was like...
Sorry, I was stuck in the wall.
Well, we know the murderer wasn't Aranel. She couldn't
It was in the
have possibly
bathroom.
got down the stairs.
There we go. Process of elimination.
Yes.
Through confusion due to stairs, Aranel wasn't the killer.
Well, it's not me.
yeah, this, and I tell this to the group, this lock of this door was picked. Someone forced their way in here.
What is it? Signs of fresh pick or?
I can't tell. I don't know if I assume so. It would be a highly big coincidence if it was picked 10 years ago and
It was supposed to be blocked off, as if it's just what she says is right.
yeah.
Istrid manages. You hear her groaning, and she stands and she comes across, and she takes one. She as she stands, she looks down over Varric again, and shakes her head. And, We meant to keep the door locked so that we could just stay down here while you were all upstairs. But I don't know why it would be open.
Maybe we should go and ask.
It certainly doesn't look good for Azra.
We can ask Azra if they're in their room all night. Maybe there's a time they vanished and...
She goes charging off into the room and says, Azra! And you hear her, yes? What can I do for you, Istrid? And Istrid just goes off into a tirade, like, why did you unlock the door, and why did you come down, and why did you hit me, and why did you kill Varric? Just like accusation after accusation after accusation. And
This is her first time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let her just continue.
Like those of you that follow can just see utter confusion, shock, and like twinkling of anger in Azra's eyes. She just looks utterly perplexed. And it's like, what do you mean? I've been in my room all night until I heard a commotion and was messaged by whatever your name is, Ruskin, and to come into here, and I don't understand. I don't understand. What?
Inside check. I want to see whether he's telling the truth. She's telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
I forgot to guide myself. It doesn't matter.
It's hard to gauge. She's got a very good poker face, but her eyes give away flecks of like anger and shock.
I guess we had explained to her why she's getting considered, because did she say anything about the door? I don't think.
Yeah, she hadn't. She got so caught up in accusing and accusations that she kind of forgot to mention that there was a direct door from her room to the crime scene.
Yeah. There's the reason there's a bit of suspicion around you is there's a door that leads directly from your room down to the scene of the murder. That's unlocked. And yeah.
As you get closer, she instinctively takes a step away. Are you accusing me, sir?
I'd like to know if you were in your room all night, if you left at any point.
Of course I was in my room all night.
And no one could have got in? Was the door locked?
Rex can back me up.
If you look over to Rex, as people have been kind of getting a bit agitated towards her and questioning her, he's got his hand within his trench coat. Yeah, when the crash happened, I opened the door and Azra was there. I don't think Azra's that fast.
Thank you, Rex.
Did you hear anything?
Yes, I heard a crash. Rex told me to wait here after I said what was that. And the rest is history, you know.
Did you hear anything specific outside your room or next to your room at the stairs that lead down to where Varric was murdered?
No. I heard a thump and a crash.
I was outside her room all night.
Exactly. I couldn't possibly have done it.
Oh. So, Rex, you were outside her room all night and you didn't see anyone go, obviously, into, like, downstairs?
Nope.
What if this was pre-planned and someone was already waiting inside the staircase?
That sounds definitely more like the servants. They only have the time. They know the building.
As you say that, Elliot, as Eris stands up and slams his fist on the table again. Exactly! It was the servants!
I think we should check their quarters before moving on.
Elliot, you are genius. Genius. I knew you were good for the job.
Do we go to the quarters first, or is this now a good time to, now that we know all our employers are here and we know where we are, to go and see where that gem was supposed to be kept?
That's what I was saying. We need to
Yes.
go to the basement. That's where whatever was trying to get in here must have been going for the gem. We should be
We
in the
don't
basement.
actually know whether it's been taken.
Only one way to find out.
Yes.
Nemo, how long does locate object last for?
It doesn't really matter because it's a concentration spell, so it's guidance. So I would only know the second that I.
Oh, right, okay.
So if it has moved, I don't know.
Well, in the time that you had your spell up for concentration, it didn't move. And I am going to be right back because I need a wee. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
I think he's the killer.
It was me. I did it. Just pretend for the rest of the game.
Think we
Was the elf in the kitchen with a knife?
Yeah, was it the elf in the kitchen with the knife? Was it the dwarf in the dining room with the
With the candle.
the candlestick?
Yeah, it was when you suggested pairing up and walking around the house. I was like, yeah, this is totally turning into a total horror whodunit.
Yeah, we've like gone for a mixture of like Sherlock Holmes, of a horror, of Cluedo.
Mhm.
Come back. Where's your partner? No idea.
Wasn't he with you?
Yeah, because that's how these things go, isn't it? Like they go off in pairs, and they get split up by like a revolving secret wall or something, and then
Just
one
thinking
person
Family
gets
Guy
murdered.
haunted
Yeah, and then
cinema.
so they get split up, and then one person gets murdered, and then the other person shows up, and you're like, what happened to you?
Oopsie.
What happened to your partner? I don't know. There they are. They're dead.
Definitely kind of Scooby-Doo feels as well.
Yeah.
We went on the dead
Whoa.
part, for the
Let's turn this really serious murder mystery one shot into a Scooby-Doo film.
What do you mean? I've been trying to do that the whole time.
Aha! Oh. Hey, that's maybe not even him. The dead guy. Maybe he's wearing a mask.
Wait, or if everyone's faces off.
This beard comes right off.
This is a Saw plot. The dead guy's not actually dead.
Let's see who's really behind the mask.
A skeleton. My arch nemesis.
we could.
Knew it.
It was
Unprofessional
Varric all
medicine.
along.
As I said, Saw.
Okay, I'm back. So, what are you guys doing?
Oh, we figured it out. And we
Yeah,
won.
we
You
did
won.
it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The lamest team.
Read.
Okay. So, as you're all kind of in there, you've got Azra looking very offended, and the rest of you've got Eris just slamming his fist. He just, yes, servants, servants, servants. Everyone else, the other three are looking very pensive and trying to stay away from accusations or, blind drunkenness. What are you guys doing?
I want to locate object again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if it has moved from the previous location that I have
Okay.
detected it in or not.
You cast your spell again, and it is in the same place. It's still. I'm going to tell you this time. It's not directly underneath you, but you can feel it below you and across the building slightly. Not by much, though.
It's obvious that Nemo's casting a spell.
Just about
Yeah.
asked the same thing. No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
both
It's verbal
We're just
semantic.
watching.
Yeah,
What you doing there?
yeah. What's that about?
Just trying to figure out where this object is, this red gem that everyone seems to be so upset about, apparently.
Anything you want to share with the group?
No.
I mean, if you can find it, you wouldn't need the servant alive.
Why would we want the servant dead?
Why would you not tell us any information? I thought we were supposed to be trying to help.
I don't trust you. Each and every one of you could have killed them.
Okay, but we're going around as a group together to try to find an object that you might know the location of already.
I'll tell you this much. It's somewhere in the basement, and it has not moved since we have found Varric.
Based on a magical spell, or have you been down there?
Based on 2 magical spells that I have cast in the last whatever how long we've been doing this.
It's been about half an hour. You've been fairly swift in your search.
Yeah. So
Okay.
take it or leave it. I don't know exactly where it is. It's somewhere below in the basement. Yeah.
Okay. Inside of my jacket, I'm gonna pull out a little bit of parchment, kind of like a notepad, and then look directly at Nemo and just write some stuff down. Keep looking up, looking down, making some notes, and then put it away and turn away.
All I can envision now is just Hot Fuzz when he pulls the guy over and he's just like, "Stop writing." Right, so Nemo, you know exactly where it is. Like if you keep this spell up, you know exactly where it is. The rest of you, those perceptive of you, everybody would have heard Agnes mention downstairs, because you all have passive perception of 15 or higher, so even sort of in passing you would have heard her mention downstairs. So
Istrid, where's the way down to the basement?
Which basement do you mean?
There are more basements?
There is
more than one.
I'm assuming you mean yes, the pantry basement. It's this way. Follow me. She still looks very rough. She's limping. She's kind of clutching her chest and coughing slightly, but she leads you across back towards the kitchen when it unlags and opens the door.
Istrid, perhaps you should just tell us where it is. You look like you might
slow us down.
Yes.
Very well. It's through there, into the pantry and the kitchen, and there is a wall that you must push past.
Before I go past Istrid, I'm going to be like, here, take this, and I'm going to give her my potion of healing.
Okay. She takes it and looks at it intently, almost like she's doubting whether to take it or not, and then she like uncorks it and just downs it. It's gone.
She has a full power bag. You've killed us all.
As she drinks the potion, she just starts glowing green and everything. No, I'm joking.
Claws appear.
As a fellow guard, I see that she is in need of that. So
roll. Was it a greater healing potion you had?
Yes, great.
Roll 4d4 and then add 4.
Oh.
So we know how much you heal her by.
This isn't the way that I saw her go, was it, last night?
No.
Oh, those dice.
13. Those are funky dice.
It'd be 14. It's 44 plus 4.
Yeah. You rolled 1 extra dice.
Oh, never mind. Don't worry. We'll take the 3 as the...
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. As you walk into the kitchen, Nemo, you recognise it. There's the pantry down to your right-hand side. Everyone else sees the pantry at the far end of the room. There's still that one servant kind of just at this point he's chopping up some ham, and he's got like various breads and a few cheeses that he's arranging nicely onto a platter.
I'm going to take some ham.
I'm gonna take some bread.
Yeah, no. I'll put my order in. Yeah.
As you all pillage the selection he's made, he just looks up at you, looks down, and like the plate at this point is like only a third full, and he just goes, oh, "I will start again." And he turns around and he gets more and just starts chopping it up again. You just hear him humming to himself very sadly.
Who's paying him to do that?
No one anymore.
You can go.
You can go. You don't have to.
I have nowhere to go. This is my home.
Have you been here all night in the kitchen?
I have, yes.
Did you notice anyone else come in here?
Cat lady earlier. She poked her head in, waved. Agnes has been in twice. But no, just me.
Any blood all over them?
No. No, just no blood. Just me, Bal.
Well, it's been a pleasure. We're going off down to the. We're going downstairs.
Okay, he
Oh,
kind of
jeez.
just gives you a very like sad wave. To go down these ones, you just have to click the button. There you go. Oh no. And as you come down the stairs, you can see a very clear pantry. Like there's various wines, there's sacks of grains and such, and there's all sorts of barrels of different beverages, and it's like a typical storage pantry basically. Let's do that. And you heard Istrid mention that there was a wall panel across the room at the far end, for you to get through to where she was mentioning.
My locate object should still be up because it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can.
What direction does it show me?
It shows you in this direction here.
Okay.
Sort of down through there. I realise now that you can't see the door. So everybody just somebody make an investigation check, please. Doesn't necessarily.
-1. I'm gonna give this to someone else.
Okay.
I'm not
Fair.
+8, I think.
Yeah, and then you do it and I guide you.
Okay. So you can do it with advantage and guidance. Nice.
11.
Yeah.
Plus your d4.
Oh, don't need it. Okay.
Well, depends how good you flex, 26. Yeah, you find it fairly simply. And as you push on the door, it kind of and just sort of then slides open, and inside you can see another stone room that is very simple, but there's just one small, like a bigger chest than you saw previously, but just waiting on the other side of the room. I don't know if you can see those people. Can you see the people?
Yep.
Yeah, they're not.
I was very confused for a second.
They're everyone that's upstairs, so I don't know why they're there. But just ignore them. They're not there. I promise.
That's it.
There we are. So everyone's just walked in, yeah?
Just blindly walked in.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been sort of guided by wanting to find this object and just without really thinking about it, just going towards where I sense it.
Yeah.
Would my investigation check just be for the door or for like
Just
the
the
next
door.
5 minutes?
Just the door.
Okay.
Went to this place and
I have
the
concentration on my
manner where
investigation
the
checks.
most valuable thing is getting hidden. You're fine.
I mean, guys, you've played a blinder here. You're fine. What could possibly go wrong when you just blindly walk into a door, a secret door at that, into a chamber that you don't know?
They would have warned us, surely.
Oh,
I
definitely.
really hope that door doesn't shut behind us.
100%. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Honestly, like you'll be fine. Just click the dice on your chat for me.
Oh shit.
What?
I'm guiding myself.
You
Can I
don't
bring
have
him-
time to guide yourself.
Fine. Shit.
Oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh, there we go.
I'm on the right today.
Okay, so Aranel, Ruskin, and Elliot, the three of you notice that something's wrong as you walk in, and Nemo and Rex don't quite notice it quick enough. The three of you manage to dive to the sides of the room, whereas Nemo and Rex in the middle, you feel your feet kind of normal stone, and then they slightly depress into the ground. And as they do, tiny little spikes like caltrops just erupt out of the floor and just pierce the bottom of your feet. And you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
What?
How did I... Oh, I rolled 3, 3, 4, 4, plus 4. That's some good rolls.
18.
As these little caltrops just erupt out of the floor into the bottom of your feet. And... yeah, exactly. Where was the aha?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I was gonna say, for flavour, can I have just like jumped in and gone aha, and then jumped on these caltrops?
That's literally what you did.
Yeah.
As Nemo walks in, they kind of... they're the ones walking in, and then the feet depress. And as you dive in, you go, aha! And then just caltrops. And it's just, aha! Ah!
Yeah, Nemo wouldn't be wearing any boots either.
Yeah.
They are very much barefoot with their paws out, so...
And then, but Aranel, Ruskin, and Elliot, you managed to just about dive out of the way as sort of in the middle 4 tiles just caltrops immediately, and you just see like Nemo and Rex just start as just much pain.
Did they come up and stay out, or did they go up and come back down again?
They are still up as well. They are still
Okay.
poking out of the floor.
I'll put a hand out to Nemo right in front of me to help them out the way.
Okay.
I'll do the same to Rex. Just be like,
Yeah, I jump over.
Here.
and she's-
Okay. So as you get dragged off to the sides, I went to the other way, but that's the
Sorry,
She
Rex.
vanished.
Shadow realm.
Place.
Oh yeah, we'll put you there. As you drag them off and their feet removed from the area, you just see the caltrops just straight back into the ground.
Ooh, okay. So why wouldn't they tell us that there's a trap down here? I mean,
Well, if it's only the servant that knows about this room, then she's the only one that would know about the trap.
Istrid knew about the room, didn't they? Because they told us about the wall and stuff.
No, Istrid said she doesn't know where he kept
Where
the
it is.
artifact.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
if
we
Agnes
probably
is... Yeah, go on, sorry.
You probably should have brought Agnes with us.
Yes, I mean maybe we can still get her. Maybe there's a lever or something around here to pull and disable traps.
Make a perception check, Aranel.
Oh. Sorry, my sheet seems to take a while to come up. Perception.
It's okay, don't worry.
Normal.
Oh no.
Nah.
But I don't think there is.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't see anything.
Dungeon.
It's a it's just a dungeon. What? Yeah. But basically, around the edge of the room, it's a very circular room. Plain walls. There's no lights per se. Just whatever light seeps in from outside, and whoever has dark vision has dark vision. But around the edge, it seems safe. And now that it's been pointed out to you by, taking 18 points of piercing damage from stepping on caltrops, you can see that the 4 middle flag, stone flag floor tiles, I guess, seem to be slightly raised from the ground. Like they're not quite level, and it's actually Nemo and Elliot, the most experienced with such things,
Okay.
make an investigation check for me.
Guidance.
Let's get you out of that. Okay, blimey, rolling well. You can see. You can see that it looks like they're not necessarily made of stone, and more made of like a foam type substance. That as you step on, the caltrops are actually underneath, like placed underneath. So that if you were to basically, as you're investigating this, you're literally lifting this sort of faux foam up, and there is just hundreds of caltrops just scattered along the floor. But you are now revealing just like spiky floors, basically. So you can see inside. Hang on, I'll draw it just so that you remember. Inside this area here is difficult terrain, basically, with caltrops.
Yeah, be careful, everyone. The side seems safe.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
I'm always there to help.
Yeah, Arnell just like takes her staff out and she's just got that in front of her and she's like tapping the floor before she does anything now. She's like,
It seems legit.
yeah.
Did I send a message to the servant? Just in
Agnes?
case there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can she reply to your message? I think she can, yeah.
Yeah. I was actually asking the group if they think it was a good idea.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Carry on, group, sorry.
Yes.
Oh, she
Well,
could- yeah.
You can. I mean, Istrid just shouted her name. She
Yeah.
came running.
Okay. I'll just send her a quick message.
Just
Ask her if the chest is booby trapped.
Or she can come down and hopefully do it for us.
Ask the young girl to come down to the potential murderers in the basement, but not tell anyone.
Well,
Exactly.
We'll see if she does it. It's part of a test.
it's fine, guys.
Fine.
Stranger danger test.
Reasonable.
If she's naive enough to come down, we know she's not guilty in the slightest.
Or she could be, dangerous if she thinks she's okay to come
She
in a
might see
room with
us.
5 bodyguards. Yeah.
She might not even come in. She might just shut the door.
Well, I'll
Stuck
sound as
here.
nice as I can, okay?
Okay, so what are you specifically saying to her?
What was her name again? Astrid.
Agnes.
Agnes. There we go. Agnes, we're down in the secret basement. Istrid sent us here, but we need assistance to proceed. Can you come to us, please?
Smiley face.
Taking by.
There's a little wink at the end. You can kind of tell in my last inflection.
XO. You just
Oh,
hear.
I should say kisses at the end. I didn't. Don't worry, I didn't.
No, too much. Delete them.
We'll see how this goes,
Unmessage. Unmessage. No. It's already sent. I'll try and grab it from the ether. No.
I don't. Okay.
You just hear an. Oh shit! Who was that? Oh yes. Hello. I can be down. I'll be there. And then, literally, like 30 seconds later, you just hear as she kind of comes through. Like she comes into the pantry and then into the room, and stops kind of next to Nemo and says, "Ah, you didn't spot them. Sorry about that."
Well, we detected them somehow, I say, and I'm still rubbing the soles of my feet.
Could it be with your feet? Though the blood gives it away. That was my idea.
Yeah, it's okay. The more people
a good
point them
idea.
out now, the more it's helping with the pain. So
Um, Rex, how hurt are you?
oh, I
Are you
can't
really
walk.
hurt? Are
Let's
you?
put it that way.
That's how hurt you are. Oh, well, that's very hurt. So
Yeah.
here, and she'll put her hand on Rex and she'll cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. You still, both Nemo and Rex actually do lose 10 feet of movement, I believe. I think that's how caltrops work. I will double check that, but
Even when they're like, are they still on the ground? Or are they sunk in?
yeah, they're still in the ground. So
Yeah.
well, they're like strewn on the actual stone floor, and what
Okay.
was on top of it was basically just like it's like basically a yoga mat. It's like disguised to look like the floor, and because you didn't stop to look and just walked blindly in, you just didn't notice, and they just poked through.
At least it's not Lego.
Honestly, you're not wrong. It's a bit of a... Oh, I did the right thing. Taking this damage... Yeah, so you lose 10 feet of walking speed until you regain at least 1 hit point.
Oh, okay.
So you're...
Fair enough.
Rex
You
is
just
fine.
regained 6.
6 health. 6 health. Amazing.
So that's made me faster. So
Yeah, speedy boy. And Agnes kind of comes through and says, "Did you want to see in the box? Is that why you're down here?
Yes, please.
Did you want to make sure it's still here?"
Yes.
Okay. And she makes a point of going round the caltrops, and then she produces a key on a chain around her neck and unlocks the chest and opens it. And inside you can see there's like a sort of purple velvet lining inside, and then the mahogany box with red banding around it. And she pulls it out and opens it and says, "It's still here." And you can see the red, very like the red gem inside that's roughly cut, still inside, safe, exactly where your spell told you it would be.
Mhm.
It looks exactly the same, not like a decoy, but then we're quite far away from seeing it.
Yeah, like you
originally.
were probably 20 feet away from it when you saw it previously. This one looks similar enough, but you can always ask to investigate more if you wish.
No, I think well, Nemo seems to be pretty confident that that's the object they located. So that's Nemo. Did you locate the box or the gem? If that's the spell I think you were using.
I did say specifically the box when I was locating it, but yeah.
I'm gonna. Does that allow me? No. Okay. Not gonna do that. I was gonna take the gem and just chuck it on the ground to see if it smashes.
What?
If you want, you can make a sleight of hand check to see if you can grab it from out of the box in Agnes' hand.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. No, she sort of manages to
No.
just about preempt you and slams the box shut over your fingers, and oh boy, it's sore.
totally draw my weapon as well. Like, what?
I just wanted to see if it was a fake, guys, because
Sure.
we knew where the box was, but we don't know if that's the correct gem.
How experienced were you with the real gem? We wouldn't probably know. And the only way we could probably do is anyone able to like assess the gem itself to see if it's a supremely valuable like object.
I could probably tell you if it's chocolate or not, but
Yeah,
that.
same.
I mean, it sounded powerful, so it sounded like it wouldn't smash if I chucked it at a wall.
I mean, very valuable things are still fragile. You know that, right?
I was going to say, I love how that's your
I would-
metric.
would argue that some of the most valuable things will smash and hit them against the wall.
Yeah. I mean, did we know it was powerful? We just knew it was,
From what you've been told, it's got some power to it.
I as we, without wanting to repeat all of what you told me, but I start to tell them what I have talked to Ms. Ra before about it being dangerous and potentially being able to alter the course of nature. Not exactly knowing what it can do or how it does it, but I tell them about the fears that we have and all that jazz.
Well,
maybe it might be a good thing to smash it then. If you can.
possibly. I mean, it's what's really been bugging me is a story about how he actually came to find it. The fact that he purchased it and this valuable gem, he just purchased it from a trader, and then his daughter and wife were killed. It seems as if he protected the gem over them.
Maybe.
Or maybe he sacrificed them.
Maybe. So whatever it is, I don't think it's something we want anything to do with.
So what do we do with it now we've got it here? Because, yay, we found the gem, but we're looking for a murderer, right?
I believe we should still keep it with us.
I have an idea.
Oh, go on.
Go on.
Right. So if we think one of them upstairs is the murderer, and we think that perhaps they are planning on getting this gem, we return and we inform them that the gem has been stolen. It's not here at all. We see how they all look. We see if any of them are particularly distressed by that.
True. Should we include the servants in that as well? Because we all individually vouch for our own people. And if we are all telling the truth.
Well,
we
how
can't be
well
in
do
against.
you know your own people? Have any of you been hired just for this?
I was.
So I know Tim Isra for a while now. We're more friends than I am an employee.
Pascal's my
was-
teacher. I've known him for years.
Here's my guy called again.
Oh, that's that.
I'm that
That
new
says
to him. I
everything.
don't know his name. He
Servant
hired
number.
me
So-
yesterday.
So yeah, so that says everything. Who knows, how trustworthy your guy is.
It's probably not
Ezra.
the best to be. I get what you're saying, Aranel, but maybe not the best idea to be deceptive on our end, especially when there's so much mistrust.
We could
Oh, you're right.
always
Perhaps.
put the floor back. Take the gem with us, but put the floor back and tell people that the gem's down here to see if we can catch anyone in the trap.
Then check everyone's feet
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I've got two other potential things we could do.
Ruskin and Nemo, make an Arcana check for me
Guidance.
before Ruskin goes on his fantastic foot-based ideas. Okay. Nope.
Guide that.
Nice. Ruskin.
Mhm.
You have a vague idea about the arcane and various arcanely infused items. And this seems to be giving off some kind of necromantic vibe. Either through being just a gem of resurrection, or maybe something else that involves dead people or
It's
dead
like a dark
things.
magic, though, yeah.
Mm.
Very dark. Okay. Okay, I'll keep that to myself for now.
Nemo, your feet really hurt.
I still keep tiptoeing or tiptoeing and just like giving out a little whine once in a while about my feet.
Yeah. Seems legit. You do that thing cats do when they're walking over something sticky, where one leg goes up really high and then goes
Yeah.
down, and like
Yeah.
kind of just follows like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Never mind, eh? One day maybe. Breskin, carry on. What were your two ideas?
Okay. Two possible suggestions that maybe not immediately, but we could maybe take the gem upstairs or leave here and explain that we know where it is and tell them where it is. I could turn myself invisible for 1 hour and I could wait in the room. Only gives us an hour window, but I could maybe surprise someone or just at least get an idea.
Again, though, with the splitting up.
I'm going to ask Agnes, is there any way to open this room from the inside?
No. You
So we
close.
could lock him in here.
Lock who in here?
Ruskin. If he wants his plan. It means he can't leave with the gem while we're upstairs.
seems safe.
Yeah, I don't really want to be locked in here as such. Maybe we could take it upstairs and just put it in a room, show everyone it's still here, and then leave it in a room. I mean, it's just speculating an idea. That's all. It's on the table.
Yeah, we're trying to catch a killer, so we've got to assume that whoever this is willing to kill again. So I think for our own safety, we should probably, maybe not leave someone locked in a room on their own.
Maybe they'd be the safest person.
Yeah, I'll come back out like 20 minutes later. I'm like, where's everyone?
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah, well,
Werewolf this
that's
whole
kind of
time.
what I meant too. Yeah, like maybe we all still stick together. We keep the gem in plain sight of everybody.
I agree.
So we take it upstairs.
Yeah.
We take it upstairs. Someone should hold the gem, and
We can leave it with the other 5. None of them will trust each other anyway. No one's gonna get up on each other. They'll all be.
Maybe we suspend it from the ceiling in the dining room. That way everyone can see it. It's in plain sight. No one can reach it unless they obviously have to get up there and cut it down.
Maybe we can find some bells and just tie them all to the lid.
I do worry though, we don't really know what the gem will do, and when it was out at the table, the way people were looking at it, it was, what if it affects who people are as well? What if it may encourage people to fight one another? I mean...
Well, that then outs our, I imagine the person who did the killing first is probably going to make the first move.
The most susceptible to it, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we should take it.
Regardless, we agreed to take it upstairs, so I think we should head.
yeah,
I believe so.
Agnes possibly should carry it.
yeah.
Okay. She's still got it in the box, so she closes the box and
Just waiting for us all to make up our mind.
that's basically what she's been indoctrinated to do, is just like wait for orders. So she's just been stood there with it open this whole
Sitting here
time.
with the murder gem.
And then as you kind of say, we'll leave it with Agnes, she's like, okay, and slams it closed and puts it under her arm, and then very poignantly and obviously walks around the caltrops and follows you all back outwards.
Now, Rex, watch your feet this time. It's just there.
Oh, are there caltrops there?
Yes, just there.
Had
They're
no
like
idea.
Just there.
Why did no one say?
Hey Rex, there's caltrops just there.
Okay, so as you all come back up, Bal is still in the kitchen, just chilling, having a great time. He's managed to refill the plate. This time he's had to replace some of the meats. This time he's got biscuits, so it's cheese and biscuits, and there's just like water and wine. And he's just about putting the finishing touches to the plate as you all come back upstairs. You have to click the button to get back upstairs. There you go. This one's different for some
Clicks it
reason.
a lot.
It's probably...
I am not the killer, guys. I can barely get myself around here.
It's not the easiest. I gather that. I'm glad I don't have to play in this hot mess, honestly.
Visually pleasing.
It honestly, it's really cool, but confusing. Bloody hell. So yeah, as you walk through, Bal is also coming through. He's got his platter, his cheese, biscuits, wine, and water. And he comes back through, and there seems to be like a low murmuring of an argument occurring. Timizra is, stood, but silent, watching. The rest of them are kind of stood, talking over each other. Nobody seems to be able to get their words in. And the general consensus is that Azra is being accused. Eris is wholeheartedly moved on from the servants onto Azra. Pascal is kind of a bit on the fence. And Gemviel is kind of like, I expected better from you. Can't believe you've done this. That sort of thing. It seems to be a very tense atmosphere right now.
I'd get a whole lot tenser.
Agnes is the last one to walk through as you all come through. So Bal's gone in, he's laid out his platter, and people start picking at it like absent-mindedly, not even like acknowledging him, but they soon look up as you're all in there ready and prepared.
So we found the gem.
Yeah.
And the gem
There it is.
As you point towards the box, Istrid's eyes lock onto it, as does Azra's. As to Pascal, Eris, and Gemviel. Timizru is watching the rest of them, cautiously, untrustingly. Istrid's the first one to speak. She calls, "Girl, bring that to me." And Agnes instinctually begins to walk across towards Istrid to do as she's told, basically. Is anyone stopping her? Are you going to let her go?
I've got my hand in my trench coat again, but I'm just watching, but I'm not stopping it.
I'm not stopping
No,
it.
I'm kind of positioning myself closer to Genevieve now.
Okay.
My staff.
Okay. As Agnes gets closer, Istrid rips the box away from her and opens it. And you can just see, like, her eyes light up. And just a look of greed. And then she looks over to Azra and smiles. Finally. And she closes the box, takes it, like, sort of shuffles it down into her armor, and then you kind of see her stretch out. I will give Rex a reaction because you were kind of ready for this.
Yeah.
You get an attack.
Oh man!
As Istrid sort of like straightens herself out and then just immediately goes to. She moves, looking at you all. Are you going to? And you get to attack her, basically.
I don't know if I'm going to attack. I'm probably going to look at like Astra and like a questioning look. Like, what the hell do I do? Can I do like some sort of insight to see if?
Okay, you can roll an insight.
To see if she's like looks like there's some sort of aggressive intent towards, well, me selfishly.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, because I'm like, is this part of the job or not? Kind of thing.
Oh,
No.
no.
It's difficult to read. There's a very split-second thing here where Istrid starts reaching for something as she's put the box, like, hidden it away in her armor. Azra's smirking and grinning, and you're not sure whether it's with ill intent or not. And before you can react, there's kind of like a glow from Istrid, and she heals back to her full hit points. And I need everybody to roll initiative. What you need to do for this is right-click on your character, and then there's like a sword, 2 swords and a shield. You just need to click that.
That healing potion gave her all their strength back. Oh yeah.
Hands up, how many people healed her?
Oh,
Whoops.
I did.
Oh my
Wait.
god, how many Elliots are there?
Apparently clicking it multiple times.
Yeah, lagged a bit.
There's also 3 Istrids.
I do all the turns.
I have
I'm
this
fast,
turn, and I have
very
this
fast.
turn, and I have this turn. Hang on, let me remove some because you're not having 4 goes a turn. Bloody hell.
I rolled mine, but it's not there. It disappeared.
Mine took ages to come through.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah, you might just need to re-roll again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Once in combat cannot be removed.
I also clicked to roll initiative and it's only just popped up. There we go.
You can do it by a utility at the top as well if you're already in combat.
True. Okay. Has everybody rolled? Rex and Nara now.
I have rolled.
Let's try it again.
It'll go eventually. I think the one downside to this
Yeah.
is that there's a bit of lag. But
It
it's
won't
okay.
let me roll a second time.
Okay.
But I rolled a 4, I think. Oh
There we
wait, there it is. Oh look at that. I mean a
Hey.
17. Did I say 4? Totally a 17.
Totally a 17.
I
So,
meant plus.
yeah, 4 plus 13, 17. Easy peasy. Ruskin, you see Rex caught in just utter confusion, like looking between Azra and Istrid and himself, and just kind of pausing with confusion. And you can see Istrid poised to do something.
Okay. And Pascal looks kind of shocked to the side of me.
Yes, at this point he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of deer caught in headlights type look at the moment.
Would I be able to like be an action to forcibly move Pascal out the room?
If you were going to grab him and try and pull him away, yes. It would be a contested strength roll if he's trying to resist you, basically.
I think it would make more sense if I was going to try, because I'm obviously I'm looking after him. So I think I'd probably play it as getting him away. So I'd try to like pull him if I can, at least out of the room. Down to,
Okay.
like,
So
maybe
sort of down
10,
here.
15 feet. Yeah.
Okay,
I guess then I'd have to be like there.
that's fine. You've still got some movement from that. You can move back in if you wish.
Is that an action though? Yeah.
To pull him away was an action. You've still got bonus action and like half your movement, probably more than that.
Okay. So as a bonus action, then I'm not sure who to trust at the moment. Probably wouldn't trust Rex right now.
Conflict.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I would like to. What's the word again? Give inspiration
Okay.
as a bonus action. I think to Aranel. I think.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, out of my baggy trench coat arm, I'll just flick my wrist, and then like a harmonica shoots up into my hand, into my left hand, and I'll just play a really quick little tune, just to provide inspiration. And you can almost see like the magical notes floating through the air towards you.
There you go. So you get your, is it D10, D6,
The 8.
D8? The one that I didn't say.
So
One
kind of
in the
smile
middle.
over to him, just like, feeling like, yes.
Got you,
Yeah.
boo.
Some book.
I'm just looking at the eye like, I think I can trust you. Please don't let me regret it.
Who knows? Who knows? Elliot, we're on to you.
Yes.
That's okay.
I'm gonna go up to my guy Aris and tell him he needs to either go or fight. Because
Okay.
things are gonna get serious. And then I'm gonna take one step onto the table.
Okay. You can.
And now,
you
go
you
on.
get up easily. Like you got the skills.
out of nowhere, I put my hand behind my back and pull out this short bow.
Okay. Seems legit.
And I need a pinner, don't I?
You can alt click now. That should be a module you can do.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a shot at Istrid.
Okay.
With my short bow.
Go for it. That misses. I believe, if I remember correctly. I should really have her thing up, shouldn't I?
It's because I ran so quickly up the table. I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
prepared.
You know, you were put off slightly. That's why. It all makes sense. As you jump up and you draw your bow to take a shot, she just parries it away. Like it doesn't even sort of register as an attack, really. As a rogue, you still have a bonus action like dash, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
5 Ds. 5 Ds a rogue.
No, I'm gonna stand my ground here.
Okay, nice.
And just end my turn.
As you tell Eris to either run or fight, he just turns and runs like straight out through into the kitchen and just just like slams through a door. You see him disappear.
As he runs, I'm like, I just hope he stands on them cow traps if he goes downstairs. He was not worth my time.
Nice. Some good employee work right there.
We got paid first.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did.
Okay, so you can end your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Aranel.
Right. So Arnell is she's going to move, so she is at the other side, like opposite where Rex is, with Istrad in the middle. That is Istrad, right?
Yes.
Got it. So she's gonna, get opposite Rex there. She's already got her quarter staff in hand. She's gonna hit her with a staff.
Go for it. Roll for attack.
I don't know how to do this in a sheet. I'm trying to get to work.
So features.
Yeah, I can see.
And then
got it.
There should be like a dice next to it. You can do it that way.
Oh, attack. Okay. 23 to hit.
Easy.
And then how do I get the damage on? I found it, damage.
There you go.
And says 1d6, but it should be 1d8 with two-handed.
There should be a versatile button. Is there a versatile button?
No.
Okay. Just type in chat. Is it /R? 2d8. 2d8 plus whatever.
Was it 1d8? 1d8.
1d8 plus
4.
Plus 4.
I think. Yeah. So slash roll 1d8.
There we go. Learning the system.
4. Right. Oh,
And
sorry, it's still in
Celestial.
celestial.
That's amazing.
Oh dear.
I can read it.
It's fine.
It's 9,
There's
guys. It's 9.
9 points.
was gonna say.
Extra attack. She's gonna hit again with the staff.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
22.
And then you can just click like upwards, I think, and it should like up arrow, and it should go again.
Oh, just like. Oh.
Press up arrow, and it should bring the last chat back. Yeah.
Haha. Did it roll?
It didn't. I don't know why.
I got 22 for an attack roll on my screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
attack
me
roll
too.
is for damage though.
Oh.
It's supposed to be
Oh,
1d8.
try that.
Oh, I don't know.
I do know what. We'll leave it with a d6. I'll just do the attack. Oh no.
Okay, so
Damage. Normal. There you go. That should do it.
Oh,
There you go.
feels
Another
bad,
5.
so as
and then
your first attack comes down with your 2 hands, and your second one kind of rebounds into her side with 1 hand. What's next?
now she's going to bonus action. She's going to flurry of blows, so she's going to punch her twice. Because she's a dragon monk, her punches are infused with draconic energy, so they're going to do fire damage.
Sounds pretty badass.
So we're going to do 2 unarmed strikes. It's not letting me do that.
Should do. There we go. There's one. You can.
Oh,
You click. There's like a dice
there we
next
go.
to
I
it,
see. Attack. Got it.
Yeah. and then it's a slow process.
Yeah.
But don't worry. You'll get it.
There we go. Hopefully that'll roll this time.
Yep, that rolled.
18.
18 just hits.
Excellent. So there is
7 points.
7 points of fire damage, and then last punch.
Nice.
Oh,
No.
12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
That's
You are
fine.
inspired. Is that
Oh,
Yes.
Inspiration.
can I? That's a
With
D8.
the harmonica.
Thank you for the harmonica.
maybe? It's gonna be tight.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Come on, come on. Oh, it was only meant to be 1. They were both the same number, though.
That
It-
would have
They were
worked.
both 6.
It's that makes it 18 and that hits. So roll your damage.
Nice.
Nice. 8 points.
And that is another 8 points fire damage.
Oh hell yeah. That's some...
She's just gonna stay there. She's just gonna, yeah, stay there, quite happy.
Okay. Rex. Good turn.
Right.
Good turn.
Okay. Oh wow. The production value on this. Your turn. Right.
Your turn.
Oh no, I'm not sure. So it has. In fact, I'm not going to ask. I am just going to shoot Istrid from where I am,
Okay.
point blank, with my hand crossbow that I pull out.
You would normally have disadvantage because it's within 5 feet, but because Aranel is flanking,
Yeah,
you,
I have crossbow expert anyway.
there you
so-
are. You get advantage then because you're flanking.
Yeah. So I guess I.
Look at me knowing your characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have moved back. So you press attack, right? Yeah, there we go, and then advantage.
That hits 23.
Sweet, and then damage. Normal.
7 points.
Is she holding the box?
No, she's managed to stash the box kind of in between her armor, sort of.
Right. Is she holding anything?
She's currently in, like, as all of these actions are happening, and as you didn't
Yeah.
react last time, she is reaching for something behind her back.
Okay. I am going to. Okay, then I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to do a load more attacks. I'm going to fling my trench coat open, and I've got a. Pull out all my hand crossbows, and I'll. Second attack.
Who needs to reload when you can just get another one?
Exactly. Second attack.
Go for it with advantage.
With advantage. Let's go advantage.
That still hits.
Great damage on that one.
Nice, nice, nice. 8 points. Amazing.
Great. Bonus action hand crossbow with crossbow expert.
Just so many crossbows. You take your first crossbow out, pew, damage. Throw that one away. Take your second crossbow out, pew, damage. Throw that one away.
You know those are not disposable.
They totally are.
This one just misses, unfortunately.
Just misses. Damn, I'm not having that. Action surge. Action surge.
Yes.
Throw that crossbow away. That one's going
Yes.
really far.
And we're going again. First attack. Action surge.
Easy.
Nice.
Damage.
It's still damage.
Second attack on my action surge.
Go for it.
Oh, yep, attack.
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ding, 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 little
Nice.
bug going.
The
Very cool
chimes
hit.
just making it very atmospheric.
Oh, and you have to say aha every time you throw one away.
Aha! Yeah, no. I'm just throwing everything.
14, blimey.
Yeah, and then I realised that crap, I have to reload, and my turn, I guess.
That was your last crossbow. You're like, oh well, I guess
Yeah.
I'm reloading now. That was a good round. Damn. She's looking rough. It's now her turn, however.
Fighters, man, fighters.
Fighters and monks just working together. It's not a bad shout. Now that's not the right page. Okay, she's gonna steel herself after these super bad strikes she's just been taking, and then she's gonna turn to you, Rex. After you've just done all that damage, give you a really stern look. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw. On the chat, there should be a saving throw charisma button that you can press.
Oh yeah, that's it.
You're looking to beat 14.
Oh no!
and you disappear. Okay, that's not worked. You get banished. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just reaches out and touches you and just says, "Go away." And you are sent, and you kind of lose consciousness for a moment. You wake up and there's just black all around you, and in the distance you can see kind of purple and pink wisps just floating and surrounding you. Basically, you look down and there's nothing below you. She is going to then... Is she going to try and move? Is that safe? Is that sensible? Probably not.
Go on, try it. Dare you?
No, she's gonna stay, and she's gonna turn, and she's just gonna take... She's gonna restart the move she made before and just make a maul attack against you, Aranel. She seems to be very proficient at moving quickly. Ooh, 23.
What is she attacking you? Oh, it's a maul.
A maul. Yeah. I assume 23 hits.
Yeah.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as she just brings it down and bonks you on the top of your head.
Ow.
Yeah, it's certainly smarts slightly.
Yeah.
And she just grins at you. Just.
How do I add damage onto my sheet on this one?
I forgot to target you, so it would have done it automatically. Just
Oh, okay, got it.
right click, and then there's like your hit point max should come up, and you can just do -9, I think it was.
Got it.
If you want to attack them, you can just press Alt and target the person you're targeting, and it should target them and do damage to them automatically. If I've got this set up correctly. Nemo.
Yeah. I am going to move one. I'm still injured and still haven't regained any hit points, so I only have 20 feet movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, with my feline agility, I can move more. And I'm moving 2 more, but it's stuck right now.
Oh, it'll go.
And I, as my bonus action, I'm going one more. I'm casting the spell that I can't pronounce,
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. And then I am attacking with my quarterstaff, and I have advantage because I'm hard broke, but also because we're flanking.
So yes, you get advantage. Roll with advantage. No. No, you miss, unfortunately. You kind of get put off by, this is where Rex just was, and she just manages to catch your quarterstaff and prevent your attack from landing.
Always on brand. Always on brand. That's my turn.
You haven't fallen from a great height today, so you're doing well. Ruskin.
What did Pascal do after I dragged him out the room?
He is sprinting off in this direction.
Cool.
And you've just seen him disappear around the corner.
Okay. I want to move into the room.
At this point, the others have all run off in various directions. Azra has run, interestingly, in the way of Istrid, like towards Istrid and out in that direction.
Okay, what do I want to do? Okay. The gem. How heavy did the box look?
It didn't look that heavy. It was very sturdily made, so probably a few kilos at most. It's difficult to gauge from just looking, though.
Okay. What's my sleight of hand?
Astrid, sorry, I should probably mention, is like cowering in the corner. She kind of didn't know what to do and just cowered in the corner.
I guess probably was want to do some damage to them, to be fair. Let me move back further.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast... I'll do a Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Okay. We can work
Nothing
with that.
serious.
Nothing serious right now. That's fine. She succeeds.
Does. Take half damage still or not?
No, doesn't look like
Nothing,
it.
is it? That's a shame. I was having to give him disadvantage. Okay. And not sure if anyone's going to do anything that requires a save, but I will probably do unsettling words as
That's-
my bonus action.
That sounds horrendously unsettling.
So in my other sleeve, a similar thing's going to happen again, like the baggy sleeve on the right hand side this time instead of the left. An old rusted kind of harmonica shoots out instead, and I grab it in my right hand, and then I play like a really off tune, really like grating on your brain kind of like sound. And yeah, basically I should give her minus. Do I have to roll a d8, don't I, or something? Roll a bonus.
Yeah, so roll a d8. 5. Okay.
5 off of the next save.
Okay. Okay. But before the next start of your next turn. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Keep that in mind because I'll probably forget.
Okay. That's me.
That's you, Elliot.
Yes, annoyed that shot got parried.
Bomb.
I'm gonna get off the table. I'm gonna run under the table if it lets me.
Yep. You're
Game lagged.
You're an acceptable height for that.
And then imagine I'm by her ankles because it's like lagging.
Yeah.
There, I'm there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sneak attack. Can I sneak attack?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, I did it twice.
Don't worry, just do one. You're okay.
Just normal roll, yeah.
No, with advantage.
I've got critical or normal roll. That's all it's giving me.
Oh, you rolled sneak attack. You need to roll your weapons first. So short sword attack with advantage. That misses, unfortunately.
Great.
You come under the table and you kind of glance off her armor, like she's got leg armor that you just glance right off, and doesn't seem to affect her. She seems to like move her leg and looks down at you and just little pest. What do you have? Do you have? No. Okay, that's
I can't
fine.
really do much else, unfortunately.
That's fine. Okay.
So I suppose that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Aranel, back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna hit her with my quarterstaff.
Go for it.
So
if
is that sorry.
Alt click on her first so that you target her,
Okay.
and then whenever you do damage, it should automatically apply.
So
Should.
sorry, what did you say? How do I click on it?
Hold Alt and then click on her, like tap,
Okay.
and then it should target her for you. There you go.
Aha, got it. Okay, so I'm going to use my quarterstaff. Is that with advantage with flanking?
Yes. You didn't get it last time because Rex wasn't quite engaged with her,
Oh, no, that's okay.
and so this time you do. Which is good because you hit.
That is good. Damage.
Okay, 1d6 bludgeoning. As for 6, I don't think
And
it
then
should maybe apply. We'll see.
quarterstaff. Yeah, I played about the sheet and I couldn't get it to apply the D8 for some reason.
Don't worry. That hits.
Yep, awesome. And then we'll do damage for that one. That's the extra attack. There we go. And
For
then
another
she's
6.
going to flurry of blows her again, and
Okay.
it'll be fire damage again.
Go for it.
I
I haven't forgotten about the concentration check either. I'm waiting for like the total damage. So
It's. I don't know why. Oh, did it? No. The unarmed strike doesn't have like a damage, like an attack button next to it.
when you've got it on your character sheet, if you hover over it and like the fist should have a dice.
I see. I got it.
Yeah. And then in theory that should work. In theory.
Okay, there we go. Attack, advantage, got it.
That hits.
go.
And we do fire damage. 5 more fire damage. You are
And then last one.
just minus nothing. Oh no, she's got 0 hit points.
Sorry?
I did the wrong thing. Don't worry, carry on. Sorry.
And then, ooh!
Nice.
Yay!
Nice, nice, nice.
Nice one.
And then,
So we're on 48. So then you should be able to
the-
do critical damage.
yeah, where's the damage buttons disappeared?
It should just, it says critical
Oh, I
just
see.
above it. Yeah.
That's why. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
And then you do 10.
And that's me.
That's you. Amazing. So now I need to do a concentration check for like 10, 15, 27. Okay.
So would the first one be included in the thing that I did? Unsettling words. Is it a save for the check?
This would be a save, yes. So concentration checks are a saving throw.
So, -5 then.
-5 from this, yeah.
Is it the first one or everyone?
Well, I'm doing one concentration check for the whole load of damage, just
okay.
just to make it easier, basically, on me, which she doesn't make for a 3. So Rex, I'm going to move Nemo a second. You're going to reappear here, out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you go from your black expanse of nothing with purple and pink in the background to just straight back into the room. You've got Nemo next to you. You've got Istrid in front of you that's looking very beaten up. You've got Aranel looking very proud of herself.
Hey.
And you just appear and it's like, oh, aha!
Aha! I'm back, baby. Right. I'm reloaded, ready to go.
There you go.
What just happened to you?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Just in time for your next turn.
Right. I'm gonna get up here so we've got like a 4-way flanking stuff going on. Am I gonna be careful? Yeah, sure. I'll bonus action second wind.
Wise.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Whoops.
Usability.
There we go.
I'm assuming that did it. Yep. And then we're gonna start.
You can click healing on the chat in the chat box,
Ooh.
and then
Healing.
it rolls the dice for you.
Ah, right. Okay. Normal.
Nice.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Awesome. Yeah. And then I'm going to reveal my crossbows again. And start attacking.
Okay, go for it. Don't forget to add your hit points as well.
Okay, doke.
23 hits
First
as well.
attack. Oh, no, it's attack. Damage.
Damage.
No more hits. Go.
6. Nice.
Second attack on my action.
Go for it. Yep. I mean, you're doing
Yeah.
well.
Damage. That's all I can do because I've used my bonus action.
Okay. I
I'll
mean,
stay here.
you didn't do badly. That's a good amount of damage. She's looking very rough right now.
Yeah.
And she seems like she's struggling to take the hits, but she's doing her best.
She must have a lot of crossbow bolts in her by now.
She does. She's got like 5.
I'm
Just
like a
sort of
hedgehog at this point.
She's like Boromir.
literally, she is Boromir right now.
At least no, she'll die then.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. She's gonna turn to you, Rex, and she's gonna try and bonk you on the head because you've just appeared back from where you should not have come back from.
I'm going to use my reaction because he's now within 5 feet of me.
He is.
And I'm going to wings unfurl, or protective wings, I think it's called, where basically these draconic wings will appear and add a shield towards Rex, giving him a +3 to his AC.
Nice.
Just for now.
Does 22 hit with
Yes.
+3?
Yeah, still will. Yeah.
Ah, no.
I'm a
Pride.
Dexy fighter. So no metal armor for me.
Never mind. It was a good idea.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Fine.
So you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. So add your 14 from your second wind first.
Yeah.
So do +14 and then -5. Just so that you
How do I quickly and easily do this?
Right
Like,
click.
Just edit.
Right click on
So
your
right click on me. Right.
yeah, and then there's like
Okay.
a health bar underneath, basically,
Underneath.
and then just do plus 15, plus 14,
Yep.
and then minus 5. I think it was I rolled.
Oops. Yeah, -5.
There you go. And then it's better than going in and out of your
Yeah.
character sheet. And then she's just going to repeat that action. She's going to take another bonk to the head, basically. 4.
Ooh.
I love this soundbite.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That was the party collectively. Wah, wah. Sorry, you missed me.
I'm going to give you, because she's rolled on that one, I'm going to give you a melee attack reaction.
Yeah.
So she's going to like attack you with her maul, and you just step out of the way, and you can like slide in with an attack if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll just
Like you're so
on my crossbow.
okay. You're so proficient in battle that you just know how to take advantage of these kind of opportunities.
Yeah. So can I? You say melee attack? Can I?
I mean, you could attack her with your crossbow if you wanted. Literally, just
yeah. Okay. How would I do that?
just like roll a d20 in the bottom, and then just like add your strength.
Strength. Okay. D20.
Plus.
Plus. Where's my strength? Reading my abilities. Where am I? Attributes. My strength is a -1.
Okay, so you miss.
Yeah.
You get in there to take advantage, but she also like sort of steps aside, and it's an interesting maneuver that the two of you just enacted, but you know, both of you had taken a little bit of pride damage. Nemo.
Ow, my pride.
Oh, my
Alrighty.
pride.
I am going to attack with my quarterstaff again with Shillelagh.
I apologize. I forgot to say she has a bonus action. She's going to healing word herself. Because she can do that.
Oh, I can roll with an advantage. I forgot.
Yes, you can. Yes! 6 points of healing.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, 14 misses. We have 2 main damage dealers here at the moment, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's all I can do. My bonus action would be misty stuff, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Ruskin, back round to you.
Okay, so I'm just wondering. Step out that direction. I want to get into the other room because this looks like, because they look pretty rough. I can tell from here that this enemy's quite close to death potentially.
Maybe.
When they're healing themselves, they're looking a bit battered.
They do certainly have like an air of last stand kind of feel.
Okay, I can't really get around very easy though. Okay, let me move around. Oh, that's a wall. 1, 2. What is my movement actually? Probably 30, I think. 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll move around the table to here. I guess I can't really get past about possibly taking a thingy anyway. That's why I went around here. Let's just. I'm gonna go for an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Go for it. Roll for an attack. That misses, unfortunately. You managed to position yourself just right, and that when you miss, it flies past Aranel and Istrid and just smashes into the wall, just above Agnes. So a bunch of stone work sort of falls on top of her, and she squeals out loud. But
okay. I know you're safe. I'm a spell sniper. It's fine. Don't worry. And then I might as well I'm gonna do an inspiration.
Okay, go for it. Who?
This will be for Elliot, who seems like everyone's on our side. I think I can trust everyone, and I know that Elliot's looking to go again. So the left sleeve this time again. Shoots out that harmonica, beautiful little tune, and consider yourself inspired.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Very kind of you. Okay. Elliot?
Okay. Still being under the table and nothing I've done seems to have worked on her. I hear the inspiration from out of nowhere, and I just jump and go for a grapple.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna grapple her right leg. I'm sitting on it.
Right. Okay. So we need contested grapple checks. So
Yes.
I can do this. Grapple would be strength. So yep, we'll do that. Or is it athletics? We'll do it that way. I press the button.
Am I inspired enough to get it on advantage or not?
You get a D8 on top.
You can add a D8 on top of it, so you can roll the D20 and add D8.
But you might be
Okay.
fine
I feel like you might not
Yeah.
need. I feel like you might need
Add
the
my
D8.
D8.
Yeah. I was like, this is gonna be fine. You're gonna get this easily.
There we go.
Yeah, you jump up from out the table and just jump on her, and like you've grappled her. She is now considered grappled. You and the creature are both restrained until the grapple ends. So she is now restrained, which I think imposes a lot of things on her.
Yeah, it gives her everyone the attacks an advantage.
Okay, that's good.
And that's my turn.
Okay, that's good. So she has disadvantage on dex saves and disadvantage on all attacks, and everyone gets advantage, and she can't move. Aranel.
I'm like, she's on the floor. Do I just keep hitting her? Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna keep hitting her.
She's still standing, but she's now got this.
Right, yeah.
She's now got this
fuck
little
yeah.
halfling just wrapped around her legs.
I'll
Shaking
hit
her
her
leg.
and I'll avoid her legs with the bow staff, okay?
Okay.
I'm not gonna hit the little halfling. Okay, first attack.
Is this with your quarterstaff?
Quarterstaff, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Normal damage.
Nice. I'm gonna have her roll a dex save. With disadvantage. Yeah, she falls to the floor. She's now prone as well. She, with her legs being grappled and you like smacking her so hard, she's just been knocked over. Like you
Can I keep going? I don't want to.
Yes, absolutely.
she's looking so battered and bruised right now. Like she's to the point where she's like fallen to the ground and she's now trying to protect her head and curling up.
Could I, instead of doing my extra attack
Mm-hmm.
and all my bonus punches,
Mm-hmm.
can I put my hand underneath her armor and take the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
You can do that. She's so busy trying to protect herself that you just slip in. Actually, make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Okay.
Just to add an element of difficulty.
Sure. Wow, I'm not proficient in that.
2 nat ones.
I thought it was 2 nat ones there.
With a 12, you manage to slip in. It's a bit more difficult. She's kind of curled up and underneath her armor is just sort of catching, but you do manage to slide the box out and it looks a little bit battered. It's a hole in it from a crossbow bolt, but other than that, you've got the box.
Take it out, hand the bolt back to Rex. I'll have a turn there.
Okay, nice. Rex, you've just been given a crossbow bolt. You've got Istrid on the floor cowering, and Elliot just grappling her, keeping her stuck where she is.
Okay, well, I'll guess I'll go for. Yeah, screw it, I'll attack. Screw it.
Yeah.
I will, if I hit, do it non-lethally, so I'll aim for the kneecaps.
Okay, you've got an
Yeah.
Elliot to avoid around the kneecaps.
Let's hope you're
I'll
good.
still go for the kneecaps.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll just hold still. Hold still. I've got it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Probably not been drinking.
Nice.
Totally.
Nice.
Oh, easy. Like, which kneecap are you going for? Like, you get it precisely right through the middle, and you just hear
Yeah,
a
but
crunch.
the one Elliot's on, just right past his ear or something.
Just flexing at this point, like
Yeah.
easy. With that, you manage to get her down to the point where you can see on her face, like the pain is so bad that she's sort of drifting in and out of consciousness. Like she's losing lots of blood. She's been Boromired, you know, and she is now just, you can see her lolling her head kind of, you know, to the side, and her eyes are struggling to stay open.
I guess I'll just like melee attack her and just try and knock her out.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Oh, it should have been an advantage. But...
Nah, it's all right. You still hit.
Okay.
So you're looking for 2 hit. You're looking for 2 damage.
Let's go.
Come on.
Oh no.
What?
Okay.
Wait, hang on. I can. Whatever. I'll just shoot her in the other kneecap with my bonus action. That's all I got left. Whatever.
You hit. You also take 4 points of dignity damage as you essentially just slap her.
She won't go to sleep.
Yeah, easy. At this point, she just passes out from the pain, and she is unconscious. Whether your pride and dignity could recover from this is another question, but yes.
Yeah, I'm more of a distance fighter than an up close.
That's why the slap
Very
was so
well.
ineffectual.
I've never knocked anyone out before. You know, just it's difficult to gauge the strength.
I mean, for first time knockout, that wasn't too bad.
Thanks.
Okay, we will end combat there, but you are still free to like act as if you're in combat, if that makes sense.
I am going to go after Ezra. In my still hobbling from being injured on my feet.
Okay. Yeah, your feet are very painful right now
Yeah.
and very mucky.
I'm crusted over now with blood.
Tasty. As you walk in, you can see her. She's kind of sat on the sofa next to the fire, and she's taking deep breaths, trying to compose herself. It looks like she's been. Who was first in? Was it you, Nemo?
Yeah.
Looks like you just caught her like looking through, trying to get through the door, and now she's kind of looking despondent down to the ground and like rubbing her hands together and just not sure what to do.
The dead body is still there, yeah?
Yep. Varric's still there.
I look at Rex, not at Ezra. Care to explain what that was?
I have no idea. I'm hoping Azra. I'll kind of walk into the room past Nemo. Please tell me what's going on. Please tell me this is what it looks like.
I don't know what to tell you. She roped me in, and I got greedy. Money, the chance at power, all the stories about the gem, what it could do, who it could bring back. It's a lot of power for one person to hold. I have my demons, I have my people I'd like to bring back if I could, and see one last time, say goodbye to. I got selfish.
So, who killed Varric?
You see her take a deep breath. Istrid. And I took out Istrid afterwards. It was part of the plan to put you off the scent. She left the doors unlocked. And I came down. She stabbed him, made it look like claws to try and throw you off the scent. And then bonk, back of the head. And then as I made my way back upstairs, I just made some noise to summon you all.
So there's only this metaphorical blood on your hands, but not actual.
She kind of looks down at her hands, open. Feels like there's blood on my hands.
I don't think it really matters at this point. You were involved and you are just as responsible for a death as she is, and Nemo just nods outside.
I'm not proud of what I did. What we did. She stands up, brushes herself down.
As she does that, I immediately just hold my quarters up, ready to just be ambushed, not ambushed, but attacked again, just in case they want to flee or she wants to fight.
I watched you in there, Cat. Doesn't look like you're very good with that.
Bad day. Normally I'm better with it.
I have no doubt. I do not wish to fight you. What now?
Well, what were you planning on? What was happening to Istrid when she got that stone?
I think she was just healing herself. I don't know. I don't really know what she is, who she is. Promises of money and power and friends and family back. That's all that my mind was focusing on.
I mean, you told me Varric was your friend. I mean, he was alive.
He had something I wanted. And I know. It's something I'm going to have to live with.
I'll do something in a sec, will you?
What? Yeah, go for it.
So I'm behind. I'm not visible to anyone in the room at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna look at Aranel and watch this, and I'm gonna change into Varric
Okay.
using my changeling ability.
Okay.
And then I'll walk into the room.
Okay.
And then just say to her, "You will have to live with it. You have to live with me haunting you." And then I'd like to cast invisibility.
Okay.
And then just and then just appear.
Everyone else is nothing. He's just enjoying this.
Nemo's letting out a very indignified scream.
Okay. So Aranel, you just see you stood there with Ruskin, kind of making sure that just making sure that nothing else happens, and suddenly he's just like, yeah, watch this, and then just morphs. His body shrinks into the size of a dwarf, and his proportions expand, and then his face sort of weathers and ages, and his hair goes grey, and his clothes turn into the same silk gown that he was wearing when he died, and then he just wanders off into the room, and you hear him say something, and you hear a shriek from Nemo, and then you also hear Azra just gasp and just start bawling and apologizing and crying and just a mess on the floor. She's like, I'm sorry, it was a mistake, I'm sorry, and just utter trauma.
I tiptoe out the room.
Nice. I approve. I feel like your pranks have evolved from just putting grapes underneath people to just pure torment. I like it.
Go evil next.
Oh, mate, you're doing it. At that point, are you doing anything, Aaron? Or you're just sort of standing over the body?
No, she is going to move. She would be in moving in there with the others. My forged thing froze, so it's been resetting this whole time.
Oh, sorry.
So she would be moving in. Here we go.
Okay.
So she'll watch him go in and kind of laugh away to herself, hearing what he's doing, and then she'll follow in to join the others.
Okay.
Still with the jam that no one seems to have. Okay, cool. Keep this.
Yep. No one's currently taking notice of the gem. I assume the party knows you've got it, but Azra has no idea.
I mean, at least the ones who've been around her when Idris went down.
She gave me a crossbow bolt.
That's a fair trade. You get a crossbow bolt, she keeps the gem. I mean, it weighs out perfectly.
Yeah.
Just make a wisdom check for me, Aranel.
Oh, God. Just straight wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, just straight wisdom check.
Okay.
Nothing hugely special.
Say that now. 9.
Nope, definitely nothing special.
Cool.
You can feel as you're holding the gem out of the box and in your hand, it's cold, like stone cold, and the edges and all of the angles are very sharp. You can run your finger along and it feels kind of as if it could cut you if you would put enough pressure. And you can sort of feel a whispering and like a whispering aura kind of around you that just unsettling, I think is the word. From just holding the gem and sort of, twirling it in your hand, it just overcomes you slightly.
Elliot is watching this and he goes, we could still smash it so no one gets it.
I'm not opposed to that idea. I believe it's too dangerous to be in the hands of anyone. Mere presence, we have seen what mere presence can do to people, and they sort of point back at Ezra. Murder, intrigue, we should make sure it's destroyed.
What'd you say, Arno?
I mean, we could destroy it, but who knows what it could do?
No.
Perhaps there's something we could use it for.
No.
That gem, that thing, it corrupts. We've seen it. We don't want to be using it.
Might be worth a bit of money, though.
I mean, if people are willing to kill for it, it must be worth something. She puts it in the box and shuts the box.
Okay. I respect that. But do you? You do. But do you?
I was gonna say, I'm like trying to get gauge. I'm like, should I keep doing it? Like,
I mean,
does she have the ability? Does she feel that she can put it in the box, or?
I mean, you can make another wisdom check if you want. Wisdom save.
Let's a wisdom save. Okay.
We'll up the stakes.
Ooh.
There's just something about it that it's calling to you. There's so much you could do. You're an elf, a virtually immortal being. Death isn't something you encounter often, but you have mortal friends.
Can I shoot Aranel? with
I was actually going to say, do I see this?
Wow.
Can I shoot her? with
I mean-
my-
Straight to shooting, art.
With-
You can certainly try.
with
Yeah.
the crossbow bolt that she
with the
gave you.
Yeah, with a hand crossbow bolt.
Elliot, yes, you can see this. You can see the conflict in her face. She goes to put the gem in the box and then closes the box and still has the gem in her hand. It's a very much Bilbo,
yeah.
you still have the ring in your pocket situation.
I'm being serious. I'm shooting her.
Go for it. Roll and attack.
Deflect missiles.
Can she do that reaction if she's
As long as I've got one
staring at
hand
this thing?
free.
She's a monk, man. Like,
There's like two people between you and her,
If-
though. And
if
she's
you-
outside the door.
if you roll a crit, 25. Okay, Aranel, you get a dex save for the deflect missile, but with advantage because it's an ability you have. But the gem is very alluring.
I'm still invisible next to her as well.
You are still invisible next to her, yeah.
Deflect missiles.
Oh, go on, read it.
Is it not? I roll it's to counteract the damage. So basically,
Okay.
I roll it's like a D10 plus monk level, and then if it takes it, then it reduces the amount of damage I take from the
Yeah.
arrow, and if it goes down to
So-
0, I can throw it back at him.
Do it. Go on then. So
So-
roll damage then, Rex.
So I've damaged her. Maybe she. Okay, hang on. I won't say until it's all done.
So you take 9 piercing damage, and then you need to. I think did it say you need to roll?
I'm just oh right, sorry. I'm not looking on the right sheet. I've opened up D&D Beyond instead, and it's got the full thing written down.
That's okay.
Uh,
So if you reduce damage to 0 and have a free hand, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack. That's what it says on Foundry.
yeah.
That's
When you're hit by a
sorry.
weapon, then the damage you take is reduced by 1d10 plus dex plus monk level. There's no save to catch it or anything.
Okay, so when you do so, you take the attack is reduced by 1d10. So roll a 1d10, add your dex and your level. So add
9 total, I think. it is.
yes.
Is that all going off? Can I try and sleight of hand steal the
No,
gem?
no. Hang on, wait, because I haven't finished doing my thing.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
So there's 12. So you've reduced the
12.
damage. What's your next thing, Rex?
My next thing is I'm going to spend a superiority die to disarming strike because the attack hit. So if it hits,
Okay.
Does it technically hit? Because if I
Yes.
reduce it to 0, it doesn't hit.
It's still
That's
hit.
a call.
it hits, but it doesn't have damage. So I hit you,
Okay.
but you're reduced because I rolled damage.
Yes, it's true. It does technically
Okay.
still hit even if it doesn't damage.
Yeah.
But it just catches in my hand instead.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you go from your eyes take from the gem to the bolt in front of you. And
Yeah. So yeah, it says when you hit a weapon attack, spend a superiority dice to add the damage, and to disarm the target if it fails a strength saving throw.
okay, so make a strength saving throw, Aranel.
Okay. And then can I still chuck it back at him? Oh,
Oh, yeah, you can
-1.
You
Let's
can
do
100% throw it back at him regardless. But this is to see if you drop the gem. I'm here for this.
it.
Okay, so yeah, you keep hold of the gem and you yeet the bolt back at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sleight of hand that gem as that's all going on.
Okay, so roll sleight of hand as well. This is getting intense. I love it, and the music's stopped to make it even more tense.
Is it Dex to throw it back as well?
I believe so. Yeah,
Did a 13 grab it?
13. So also Aranel, roll perception. This is getting out of control.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love-
she having all these reactions.
Well, this with disadvantage because you're throwing a bolt. So roll again.
Roll it again with disadvantage,
No,
or just roll it again?
Roll it again. This would be your disadvantage.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to
There
get
you go.
you managed to get the gem from her as she's throwing the bolt back at Rex.
How does no one get this gem off you?
So you managed to just sneak up Elliot and grab the gem from her hand as she's still
I'm
holding
then
onto the bolt.
gonna...
So roll. I think just roll a dex check for throwing the bolt back
Oh yeah, sure.
because we've got to do that because
Yeah. I think it's just straight Dex, and then, or no, is it not a D20 plus Dex
I think I did the
for a
thing.
range attack?
Good question. Deflect missiles if you've used. It's just so make a ranged attack, as with a monk weapon.
Ah, right. So will I just throw an arrow or something?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Or a dart. There you go. I'll throw a dart with a
Yeah.
normal roll.
Yeah,
There
it's
you go.
fine. Does 24 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just roll a d4 damage,
Yeah, sure. There you go.
because I think that's what a dart does anyway.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
you take 3 points of damage as the gall of this elf to just catch your bolt and yeet it back at you. It's just outrageous. Like,
He was a gift earlier.
do not regift my gifts. Are you shooting again?
Who's got the gem now?
He's got the gem.
Elliot's got the gem now.
Elliot does.
Shooting me.
Fine, I'll shoot it out of his hand. Is it?
But I don't want to use it.
Well, I want to get in on the action, and I'm
Mhm.
going to use my sling to shoot it out of Elliot's hand. I obviously not knowing what his intentions are, but yeah,
You would be with disadvantage because you're within
That's
5
fine.
feet.
that's fine.
Are you back, Furious?
Yeah. I've been here a while. Yeah.
Cool. That hits, I think. Are you going to do anything while all of this is going down?
Not sure anymore.
Can I do an uncanny dodge to get to?
Uncanny dodge would be to take half the damage.
I am literally just shooting the gem out of your hand, so it falls to the ground.
What's your armor class, Elliot? 15.
Yeah.
The gem would be in half cover, so 17. Yeah, you can hit the gem. You need to roll well on damage to get it out of his hand, though. And by well, I mean like
I was just about to say I've got a whole ability for that.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
D4. No, he manages to just about keep hold of it. He takes the brunt of the damage.
I want to use my dash to run under Ardell.
Under
Like
Aaron.
4 feet.
How did
Yeah.
you get in there?
I don't know. There's a spot on that floor that teleports you down here.
Is there? Oh no!
Yeah.
Stay still.
Oh, okay.
You made it so far that you're literally in the kitchen now.
Yeah. No, I should only have 25 feet.
Nah,
my
you're
keys?
like
They're like
you're
that.
like here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elliot's just dashed off with the gem.
Oh, so he is running with the gem.
He's running. He's got the gem. He's running off. Like this is escalating. I like it.
As he ran past, then could I try to mage hand? Been invisible as well. Can I mage hand it out of his hand?
Yoink. It just keeps going between all of us.
You can 100% make a sleight of hand check with advantage because you're invisible,
And because it's hilarious.
and it's hilarious. Like this is great.
We need funny music while this is happening.
I don't know if I have any. Please hold.
Sleight of hand with advantage, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay.
What's
That's
that?
good.
21. Make a dexterity check, please, Elliot. Oh, I don't have funny music, but I have what is known as themes, epic. So it's going to be loud. Oh, this one's called Welcome to Ravnica. There we go, I think 16. So you don't make it. You keep running. You're running as fast as you can across the dining room. You get to the end of the room, you turn and think, I'm just going to check, make sure no one's following me, and you can just see the gem floating in midair.
Ah, crap.
And then to the roof. Or to the
And
ceiling,
then it just
sorry.
starts floating upwards in the midair. I have a thing for this, please hold. Not that one. This one? Nope. Keep talking while I find it. Haha! What colour? Red, purple, green, or blue? Would you
Red.
like?
My hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
It will be green.
Green? Okay. There we go. Slightly bigger than it should be, but there you go. There's your hand. Just now floating in midair, holding the gem.
So yeah, how high is the ceiling? So it'd be pretty much touching the ceiling.
It's about 40 feet in the air.
Okay, 40. If I can do that, I think I could do 40 feet. 60 feet maybe for the right up into the air. And I'm just going to say, does that bring me out of invisibility by casting that? I guess it would, wouldn't it?
Yes, casting spell brings you out of invisibility.
Yeah. So I'm like, calm down, everyone. Okay. We're good. And I'll just walk to the middle on the table.
Okay, so you've got.
Oh, I teleported. I.
Oh, that must be where the spot is, underneath the table.
There's a secret entrance. I'm on the. Okay. Are we good? Are we going to stop attacking each other now?
I am so sorry. I don't know what came over me there.
I only wanted to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's for destroying?
Me.
I.
Destroy it.
As
Okay.
Azra comes in and she's like, I don't know if my word has any weight, but I also vote to destroy it.
Do it.
Okay, and then I'll just like, if I can, as much power as I can with a mage hand, launch it onto the stone floor.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yeah.
10.
Plus
You-
gravity.
Plus gravity. From 40 feet, as your hand just turns over and just poof, and all of you watch as the diamond twirls and twirls and twirls and twirls and just bounces onto the floor,
That was anticlimactic.
unharmed.
And I want to smash it with a blunt weapon of some sort.
I can breathe on it with like fire or lightning or something.
Okay.
Let's give it a go.
It's not exactly Hulk smash, but I'll go for it.
I don't. Yes, I don't have something that can smash it. Well, apart from my staff. Let's So it's draconic breath.
Okay.
And it will. Where
Ooh,
is it?
this is a
Breath of Dragon. So yeah, let's. What do you think? Should we use fire, lightning, cold? What should we do?
I say fire. Let's melt it.
Yeah, warm then cold.
Warm then cold. Okay. So she will use her Breath of the Dragon and she will breathe fire on it.
okay.
It needs to make a dex save.
Move away just in case.
It needs to
something
make a
goes
dex
wrong.
save. Okay, I can do that.
I moved away as soon as she said, I can breathe fire on it.
Whoop.
Actually, where did it drop? I assume it's there. somewhere.
That's not Ruskin. That's the That's the gem. It's not. It doesn't really have a dexterity score, so it's -5. What save does it need to make?
A dex.
As in, what does it need to make?
Oh,
get
I
to.
think it was a 13.
It makes
13.
it save.
Hmm?
It makes it save.
It makes a save. Okay, well, it's going to take half the amount of fire damage.
Okay, roll your damage. We'll see what happens. I can do a thing as well.
4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Is it this one? Oh, I can't do it. Never mind. 4 points of fire damage. Okay. As you sort of take a deep breath and you get yourself ready and you just unleash the flame onto the gem. When it stops, you can see a crack start to down this edge of it. It looks brittle. Are you gonna cold it? Gonna
Oh, yes.
Smash it.
Shall I cold it? Let's do
Sure.
it.
okay.
Everyone agree?
Yeah.
I will make another dex save just for,
Yeah, it's 13.
yeah, it fails this one. You can take full damage.
Ha! Take all the colds. Okay, let's freeze it.
6. Okay. As you unleash your cold onto the gem, you can see it sort of start to envelop in icicles and crystals, and it crystallizes, and then you just hear the slightest sound of a shatter, but it stays kind of in its shape on the floor.
Everyone at the same time.
Yeah, I'm
gonna shoot
actually
it
gonna.
as well.
They won't see this coming. I'm gonna stab it.
And the blast at the same time.
Okay, so make your attack rolls, both of you.
Nice.
Do it.
Yay!
Hey, well done.
Okay, so both of you roll your damages. Those are some banging dice. Okay, so as you unleash your Eldritch Blast, and Elliot, you absolutely smash it with your short sword. First, the short sword kind of buries itself into it, so you've got the gem kind of embedded on the end of your sword, and then the Eldritch Blast connects, and it just erupts and shatters into thousands and millions of pieces, and they all kind of land on the floor, and you can, all of you, including Azra and Agnes, who is still in the corner cowering, by the way, just hear this awful, ear-splitting, just high-pitched wail of a scream just erupt until it sort of gets to a point where it just seems to run out of breath, and it's just like and then peters out.
Bad time to remember that I can do dispel magic, isn't it? I guess.
Good job.
Well, that is taken care of.
Yeah, where's Pascal?
Yeah, I guess we find our people we were hired by.
Okay.
Oh, I better change back actually.
I feel like that might be wise. Just
So, Hub, anyone?
Azra's like, oh no, he's there again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Hub?
Yeah.
Hub.
Hub?
We go in the
Pascal
kitchen and eat all the food.
hears his name and pokes his head round, and then comes back round as he sees you. Inside the kitchen, we've got Bal is still in there. He's kind of unsure, but he's still preparing more food just in case. And then we've got Gemviel in there as well. What's your name? Eris as well is the other side of the door, and he pops his head back through. I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh yeah.
Timothy?
Yes. Where have you gone? That's a loud song.
She was the third accomplice.
Who knows? Maybe. I can't find her on the map, so maybe. Maybe she was the accomplice that I never realized was an accomplice until now. Is she upstairs? Did I take her upstairs? I don't know.
Maybe I was her all this time. I'll just changeling into her.
She's there somewhere, and she comes back into the room as well. I have somehow lost her in amongst all the chaos of being bad at managing things, apparently. So there. Never mind, she's in there. And they all look over at Azra, and individually, but also kind of together, they just say, "How could you? Can't believe it." And then Eris, as he walks in, he's just like, "I knew it was you! You've got the look."
No, you didn't.
I did. I always knew. Said it from the beginning.
You kissed the servants. Anyway.
Yeah, you were adamant it was a servant.
I don't need to hear this. It's been a very stressful day.
Yeah, no shit.
It's a fair reaction. Oh, I found her. There she is.
In the toilet, I bet ya.
No, she was
Probably.
underneath someone else. Disappeared.
Well, that's private.
Very normal behavior.
Everyone deals with stress differently, okay? So as they're all kind of like accusing, and Eris is gloating about how right he was, Temizra notices the shards on the floor, and just like, "You made the correct decision. It was too powerful to be left alive." And she goes over, and you see her walk over to Azra, and she takes her hands and then just winds her hands around hers a few times, and Azra's hands just become encased in vines and twigs and sticks, and she sort of tries to pull against them a few times but doesn't manage to. "We must take you to the guards and the police and have you dealt with correctly and properly."
What do we do about the dead body?
She's not dead. She's unconscious.
No,
Oh, the other one.
the
Actual dead body. Oh, yeah, good question. We must have him dealt with correctly, and he will be buried with his family. It is only fair. It's what he would have wanted. Oh God, what?
No, I was just thinking of something else.
Dare I ask? And with that, I think we'll end the session there.
Yay.
Good job, guys. You didn't die.
My feet are still bleeding.
Your
No,
feet are
just
still
healed ya.
bleeding.
Just healed you.
Yeah, the caltrops were the biggest hit, I think.
I waited till everything was dead, and then I healed you. So now you can
Great.
walk freely.
Thank you.
I believe Rex shot me and didn't do anything.
Give it back. I was trying to disarm you.
I mean,
Could have used your words first, you know.
drama.
You were not in a conversational mood. I could see.
Nice. Right. So, Yathina, we need someone to raid.
Yeah, the person or the people I pulled up have ended their stream, so I'm looking currently.
Great. I love it when that happens. But no, that was a good game. I enjoyed it. It didn't end in a complete disaster, so I'm happy with that. Because there's always the pre-stream kind of feeling. But I don't know if you actually got the worked out who killed him, or whether we'll see. I don't know. Was it a surprise? Were you? Did you get it? Tell the truth. I'll know if you're lying.
I mean, I wasn't suspicious of her until everyone told me not to heal her.
No.
I made the joke about it, and then I was like, maybe
Right.
she is.
I see.
I was suspicious when you managed to heal her for 122 at the start.
Oh, you will ask. I wrote that number down, and I feel like I knew how hurt she was. I was like, I know she has 122 hit
Amazing.
points. That seems a lot of hit points.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I was like, mate, I mean, at what level should you have to be to have
Yeah.
that? Maybe she's bad, but didn't want to assume.
It's all good.
A town guard stat, is it?
No, not 4 hit points for a commoner either. So she, like Josh knows. Did you guys know that Josh murdered a civilian in our campaign? Just
accident.
stabbed them in the back.
Murder someone by accident.
Yes,
literally.
and I got away with it. I convinced them all that he killed himself.
It's called manslaughter.
He stabbed himself in the back.
Yeah.
It's literally what he said.
Literally.
Literally what he said they did. Oh, it was great.
It was a busy pub.
It was very busy. Failed a dex save, nat 1, stab. Oops, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. While Yathina is looking for someone to raid, if she's found someone. Have you found someone? You have. Cool. We're going to head over to there. We'll say hello and pop in. And we're just going to go
Will
and
we back
chill.
on Saturday?
Will we? Oh, shit. We're going to be back on Saturday. I definitely knew about this. And we'll see you all then. Have fun.
Thanks
Bye.
for having us. Bye.
That's okay.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for Robin and
joining.
Oliver for
See ya.
joining as well.
I stream.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
It's good. There we go. I think I raided now.
You did.